here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of this fire, was not aware of this nightmare. But when I stopped to see through sight, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try it. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have the time sad tonight. I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with a never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of this fire, was not aware of this nightmare. But when I stopped to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try it. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home. There's no way to go, no one that can see through that side of the light. I can see my life is crap, I have to see them too. I just live into my world, far from the pain, the feel. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the start of hell. But when I stop to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. I was so wrong, I was so blind, I was so dumb and out of time. I was so wrong, I was so blind, I was so If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home. said tonight. I don't have a job to find, and if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here. We're back. Kansas Speedway here again under the lights. Well, I'll tell you what, Cup action here tonight. We're getting set ready to go, man. Green flag racing just in time. Boy, I tell you, right here. And tonight qualifying. And I want to bring out our proud sponsor of OSR Network, TN Designs. If you're looking for an iRacing paint or anything done for your league, check out TN Designs. TN Designs on Facebook, tndesigns.wibbly.com. And right now, we're here under the lights. I tell you what, Ryan, what do you think?
I'm thinking it's going to be a good race tonight, man. We got a star-studded 36-car field, and these boys are looking like they're ready to go here at Kansas.
All right, well, let's get down the grid in order here, because on pole tonight, you know him, none other. We know him, all know him by the Superman, Jake Nichols. Putting it on pole. He's looking to try to cap off to make another championship run. Cameron Hearn sitting in second. Tyler Laughlin in third. Tyler Ducharme sitting fourth. Tom Whitmore right there, newcomer to the Cup Series. He's sitting in fifth. Tyler Sifford, Mr. Popularity himself, starting sixth. Brian Johnson, a man from Racing Freaks, coming over, starting seventh. Delonte Ballard, the showstopper. He's looking to stop the show here tonight, starting in eighth. Bobby Chaney, Mr. Consistency, the reigning current defending Cup Series champ here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com, starting at ninth. And Mr. Extreme himself right there, starting in 10th, Mike Rummager. As we look through this field, Ryan, you said it. 36 bad, fast machines set to set sail here at Kansas Speedway under the lights. And boy, last night was a thriller of a race for the Xfinity Series. Matt Hoover came over here, man, from the other league, and he took that win. But tonight, anybody's ball game.
Yeah, that is for sure. And with all the guys we do have in this field, we're seeing some of these guys still gritting up, still waiting on the Jake Nichols Racing team to grit up. And but we got a couple of different drivers in the field tonight as well. Devin Smirker making his return to the ExtremeMotorsports99.com Cup Series. I want to say this is actually going to be his debut in an actual race tonight. You and I saw him last season in the preseason testing, and never actually saw him, I believe, make a full start. But also here tonight, William Hale in the 62 is back after about a season away. I'm trying to find a couple of the other ones that I was seeing through here. The Haney family here as well. Ryan Keese in the field once again here tonight. And our buddy John T. Wimbish missed the grid.
Ooh, don't know what happened on that deal, but hey, he started and qualified pretty good, so we'll have to see what happens on that end right now. Here we go. Pace cars taking in these cars around this track. The slow pace that they're going to go. Boy, we're about to set sail here for 175 laps tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, this is going to be a heck of a race, I think. These guys are starting to double file up. You said it. Jake Nichols up at the front. Cameron Hearn starting in second, as you mentioned previously. We saw Cameron have a really good run last night. Thought he might have had something for the win there in the race for the Xfinity cars. But who knows? Maybe tonight's the night for Cameron Hearn to break through and get that first win here at Extreme.
Absolutely. Well, he's starting up front along with the Superman himself. Pace cars in, Ryan. We're about to get set sail here, man, to take off. And green flag is about ready to go as we're going here now. Jake Nichols and company, man, takes off. Storms into turn number one as they are set 2 by 2 all the way back to the back here. It's a uniform set here tonight. Cup action. Boy, I tell you what, Tyler Sifford didn't get started as they stacked it 3 wide back there.
Yeah, these guys stacking it up, but Jake Nichols already moving out in front with the 51 of Tyler Laughlin moving into second spot. And now Tom Wetmore in that 33 Dre Broadcasting Toyota thought he was going to make a move to the inside, now almost 3 wide with, I believe that might be Brian Johnson trying to make a move on the bottom in the 8 machine already.
Absolutely right there. Brian Johnson looking very good on the bottom inside as they all go to the high side right there. We saw it last night. The high side's king. And definitely, man, these guys are going to ride up there all night long.
Yeah, they say the high side's the right side, and right now it's they're saying the high side's the right side tonight, and these boys are all lining up on the top already. It seems like only about a lap or so. It's going to be good on the bottom, ladies and gentlemen. And these boys are running hard right now up top. Obviously, Jake Nichols out in front with Tyler Laughlin in second, and now Cameron Hearn moving back into third. further back in the pack. We've got a good battle going on between the 54 of Nick Northrup, the 3 of Richie Evans, and the 62 of William Hale. They are battling for the 13th, 14th, and 15th spot, respectively. But still single file for the first 14 positions or so. Joe had to step away for just a moment, so giving you guys the best action we can cover right now. But that 62 machine of William Hale is looking strong as he's trying to move to the outside of the 54 machine of Nick Northrup. Continues to follow the number 3 of Richie Evans behind them. Keith and Kate. Oh, and we have a big crash down the back straightaway. The 13 of Matt Hoover, end over end, off the front end of what looks to be the 88 of John Houston. The 87 of Keith Haney was also involved in that. I believe the 81 of Daniel Haney also involved. But the 2 that started were definitely the 13 of Matt Hoover and the 88 of John Houston. Right now, under caution, I'm going to do the best I can to give you guys the synopsis of what is going on. Jake Nichols still your race leader, followed by Tyler Laughlin, and Tyler Ducharme moves up to 3rd in the 25 machine, as all these guys are probably going to pit here. Tyler's going to be at a premium here tonight, 150 laps each and every time the caution comes out. I dare say we're going to see these guys come in and get some tires, but they have not hit pit road yet, and I won't know until I see it. And actually now they are coming down pit lane. The 73 is going to lead the way down there, and I believe a couple of cars might have stayed out. The number 12 of David Elliott has stayed out, and possibly a couple others. I have not been able to identify those vehicles just yet. Doing so right now for you folks at home. All right, the cars that stayed out are the 59 of James Thorndike, the 12 of David Elliott, and the 41 of David Shutt. And we're going to welcome back Joe White. He is back here with us. Joe, you just missed a caution, a big crash involving the 88 and the 13 of Matt Hoover.
Man, I hate to see that on that end. Sorry about that, folks. Had to go take care of something over there in the family side. I apologize, but yeah, we're back here, and I leave it in good hands with Ryan.
Yeah, I think Ryan did okay. Ryan's not as good by himself as he is with somebody else. I'm not you.
Well, like I said, we're only on lap 6 here of 175. We said a big crash between the 88 and all. Sorry we missed it on that one, but we'll catch the next one. Like I say, nonetheless, had to step away for just a second. But want to welcome everybody out here tonight because, boy, it's going to be awesome under the lights. Kansas Speedway here. Cup action. And when we say cup action, we mean action. Because these are the best of ExtremeMotorsports99.com has to offer. Folks, I'm going to tell you, if you want to test your ability and just test your skill, come out here and race with these guys one night. And they'll remind you about it. Probably about how good you are.
Yeah, that is for sure. These boys will put a whipping on you if you're not careful. And want to give a call real quick to somebody that's out there doing something for you, Joe.
What's that?
The number 9 machine.
Number 9. Let's see. Hang on a second. We'll bring up number 9. That's Aiden Young. He has got a Motor Sim Racing magazine. Paint
Look
job.
at his hood.
Okay. Hang on. I'll get his hood in a second. All right, yeah, get the logo on there. I don't know if I can get the chase view. Awesome, there you go. It's nice looking. Looks good on the hood of that thing.
Yes, it does. He wanted to know if he could use it, and I said, we'll just surprise Joe.
Yeah, so. I mean, man, that's fine with me. Y'all know me. It ain't like, hey, look, exclusive rights or anything. Whatever. I mean...
Well, he wanted me to make sure that you saw it and that you saw it on stream. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully, man, he gets up here to the front when we talk a lot about him. But right now, I mean, he's back in 19th. You know, here's the thing we haven't talked about. And last night was an awesome race, you know, for the Xfinity Series. Those guys, man, battling out. This is an entirely different car. Totally different. I mean, more power, a little harder to handle on the same style track. So you got to bet these guys, man, are going to have their hands full. So it's definitely different.
Yeah, it definitely is different. You're right. And from everything that I'm understanding from what drivers have told me before the race is that it is very, very tight out here right now. These cars are not like the Xfinity car where it was getting tight over the course of the run. They're just tight in general, which is why after about one lap of these vehicles trying to run the bottom, they're all going right to the top lane.
Well, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, about to set to go green flag racing David Shutt, the man out front right there, SRA. Got Tom Whitmore sitting beside of him. Oh, Tyler Deschamps and Jake Nichols right there as the pace car's coming out of turn 4. Want to welcome everybody out here. And the pace car's in. Want to see, let's see what old Tom Whitmore's got in that Dre broadcast machine out there tonight. See if he can handle the SRA guys. But boy, I tell you, those two cats are bad fast. David Shutt, the nightmare. He loves nighttime atmosphere. But hey, Tyler Deschamps dies on the inside, side by side. Right now, the Superman, as Jake Nichols, that's what we call him, sitting right there, 4 spot. He's all over the back end of Tom, looking on the outside. If Tom don't get up there to that outside, he's going to be hurting here soon.
Yeah, smart move there by Tom Whitmore in the 33 to get to the top end as quick as he could, but he does look to the bottom again here, trying to get that run out of the exit of turn 4. Might not work just yet, and he is actually going to try to throw the block on the 73 of Jake Nichols, who's going to bring that car down to the bottom. Jake may now be the one in danger here of losing that spot as the 33 is going to get a good run on the outside. Jake drifts up. Smart move there not to come back up into the pack.
Well, I tell you what, look back there in the back. Delonte Ballard making moves. You call him a showstopper. He's trying to stop the show already and make it look like a show. Right now, it's a battle up front and a battle in the back, battle in the middle. Everywhere we go, man, we have got battles going. David Shutt, though, he came within a hair of winning a championship last season here in ExtremeMotorsports99.com Cup Series. Ryan, you were there. I was there. We saw it. It was a battle all the way to the end. And, man, I tell you what, that... wow, it was close.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a championship run of Bobby Chaney. It only came down to 1 point at the end of the season last year, and you know, obviously Jake, when we talked to him, not dissatisfied with second, but he really wanted to be the first 2-time consecutive champion here for the ExtremeMotorsports99.com Cup Series, and now has to try to win the second championship this season, but obviously it will not be in succession if he is able to do just that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tom Whitmore tried to go on the low side. I just got a feeling, Ryan, the low side's just not going to be the place to be. Because just like Jake Nichols, when he went down low, he went straight back, dropped like a rock in water. Right now, he's dropped all the way back to 5th spot. Still looking good in that Toyota machine. That's another thing we're talking about. Toyotas have stepped it up here. Right there, though, man, we haven't really talked about Nick Northrup. And he's on the inside there, battling side by side, door to door there with Tom Whitmore. He's got Jake Nichols right there. So here comes the Ford camp to the front again.
Yeah, these Fords looking strong right now with the 73, 54, and the, is that the 7 behind Nick Northrup there of Tyler Sifford. And just behind Tyler Sifford as well is the 21 of Delonte Ballard. Trying to get used to that. I saw the 54 and originally thought Delonte, but I forgot that Delonte has switched numbers this season. Last week's winner, Jimmy Mullis, running right now in the 10th spot as well, and that number 40 Tate Toyota. And he's looking pretty strong here early as we got a couple cars in the grass. It's the 67 and the 51.
I saw that. 51 and 67. Let's go back on a replay. I don't see a caution come out yet. But I tell you what, yeah, you're right, Brad. High and wide, man. They're going to be rim riding around the high side here tonight, flirting with disaster on that wall before it's over with. If we get a long green flag going here, I want to welcome, hey, everybody out there in the chat. What's going on, Becky Sifford? Haven't seen you in a while. Haven't talked to you, man. It's good to see you out there pulling for, you know, hey, Mr. Popular, because that man, where he turns is just popular. Everybody knows it. Here's the thing. Oh, I think there's a little contact on the angle I saw, maybe just a little checkup. 51 and 67, no harm, no foul over there. problem is didn't bring a caution out, so now they're going to be hurting for
But now the
positions.
caution is out for a big crash out of turn 2.
Oh, big crash. Big, oh,
Yes,
yeah, it
sir.
is.
We got a pile up on the exit of turn 2 and some very tore up race cars.
And everybody scatters, boy. I'm going to tell you what, that's looks like the 82 might have been involved in that one.
That all started with the 62 and the number 9.
All right, well, let's go back here. And I hate to see that, man, because that's Aiden Young back there in the back. But let's go back here and watch this on a replay. Let the viewers see it, because, well, you know, everybody loves to come see Rex.
The only reason they're here. Let's face it. That's the only reason they're here. And it's nothing to do with us. They just like watching simulated crashes.
Yeah, I don't blame them. I like crashes, too. Well, we're watching this one, and like what you just said, that was a big one. And one of them drivers went on his lid. Now, here's what I wanted to see. Let me get back to that angle again where everybody scattered like ants back there.
Yeah, something separate happened with the 2-car of Ethan Kurtz after he cleared the initial crash. I don't know if he got hit and spun out, but everybody was trying to avoid Aiden, who had slammed on the brakes to try to stop running into the 62 after it was already too late. Oh, and the 2 got clipped as he was trying to make it through. Some net codes spun him around, and then everybody scattered to miss him as he was spinning around as well.
Well, riding with John T. Wimbers, he did a darn good job of missing that one because he was back there in that pack. Well, I'll tell you what, that was just a huge one right there, Ryan. And when those cars start spinning and sliding all over the place, but guess what? There ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that was a bad accident for quite a few of those guys, and a smart move. You're right, John just squeaking through there in the 39 machine. But a lot of those guys did a really good job to miss that crash, and definitely unfortunate for William Hale and Aiden Young, who are both, at least the 62 for sure, is going to have to use that fast repair very early in this race.
Yeah, they are. Well, it was a fight off pit road. I don't know if you saw that, but man, it looked like everybody coming to a buffet, man, at one time coming out of pit road. At least
Yeah,
it looked
they
like
all
me
are.
anyways.
Everybody running to get out of there, and William Hale, actually, I don't know if he got towed or if he may have accidentally not checked that fast repair, but that 62 machine remains in the pit lane with no damage repaired as of yet, 1 lap down so far. So that 62 has either got a long tow or William is going to be sitting here for quite a while. And he is just disconnected, so it is what I feared.
Yeah. I probably won't be able to go back that far there, Dre, man. Probably missed it on the thing. So, anybody out there you want to talk to? Well, we're going back green. Wow, that was quick.
Whoa.
Whoa, what?
I've got a bad quality spike.
Oh, you be alright.
It may kick me out of here in a minute.
Well, you can come back.
Folks,
Dude.
when you have 0 frames per second and cars are jumping on your screen, it is not a good experience.
That's because you're downloading something.
No, there's nothing downloading. I stopped it. I canceled the download so that I could do the stream.
Hey, you know, that's a nice car, man. Jimmy Mullis has got out there. That's a nice paint job.
Yeah, that Tate Toyota.
Yeah, I saw that. That is really nice. I like that. Well, we're about to get
Yes,
set here to go by green flag racing again here, Ryan. And I tell you, right now, this race is turning out to be what we thought it would be. A heck of a race.
That is for sure. And on the outside on this restart, David Elliott going to be restarting in the second spot next to James Thorndike. James gets a good jump on that start. And the 25 is all over the back end of the 40 of Jimmy Mullis, trying to clear him of the 12 by the time they get to turn 1. Jake Nichols stuck on the top side behind that 12 car, who I'm going to assume did not come in to take tires. David Elliott may be a sitting duck here on this restart.
Absolutely. Right now, look at Jimmy Mullis, last week's winner at Daytona on the opener. He fires to the outside there of James Thorndike and bringing it to the front. He's got Tyler Ducharme, man, running with him right there just a little bit. But folks, don't count that cat out. He's got a Toyota, and it's a bad, fast machine. Looking here tonight under the lights of Kansas. Boy, look at them cars, 3 wide, 2 wide. Nose to tail in the back. Ryan, they're putting the business down like right now.
And we got another huge crash in turn 1. Another car flipping end over end.
Oh, what number is that?
I got to get a look.
Yeah.
There's still people flipping. Wow.
Oh,
It might be John Houston in the 88 for the second time tonight.
Oh, man, I hate to see that. Well, he had an awesome run last night. Well, yeah, I know his car's all tore up, so let's
Yeah,
go
that was
back
a
on him.
vicious crash in turn 1.
All right, let's go see it. Well, the way these guys are driving, I mean, look at these cats out here. These guys, man, are just putting it to the wind. Well, 54, 34, excuse me. Wow. Yeah, the 88, man, he's just out there doing his best barrel roll, turtle roll, whatever you want to call it. Man. But him and
Justin Gable.
we're going to ride along with him.
Folks, if you get easily sick with spinning things, riding on board with the 88 right now may be questionable for your health.
Absolutely. I have to close my eyes sometimes with these type of rides. Wow. Go get that man an aspirin. He's going to need it. Ouch.
Yeah, that's for sure. That was a ride and a half on board the 88.
Wow. Well, caution number 3, I believe that is.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, now who you want to talk to?
Well, let's take a look. Our leader right now is Jimmy Mullis. Do we want to get a talk with last week's winner?
Sure.
All right.
Got damage.
All right, Jimmy is in the staging room.
All right. Bring him on up.
Alrighty.
Jimmy Moles, Joe White in the booth. You got a copy?
How you doing, Joe?
Pretty good. Well, I'll tell you what. Last week was a thriller. You pulled it off at Daytona in the season opener there at ExtremeMotorsports99.com in the Cup Series. Tonight, you're out point again in that number 40 machine, Tate Service Toyota. But I do notice you got a little damage on the nose there. You think it's going to hinder your performance any?
Sorry, could you ask me again?
Oh, yeah, no. Well, I noticed you got a little damage on the front of that Toyota. You think that's going to hinder you a little bit?
No, we've still got that fast repair. So I decided just to save the fast repair. I knew I had hit somebody earlier. Don't really know what happened. I think there was just a big checkup, but as of right now, it doesn't look like it's really affecting me any. Hopefully it won't.
How's the track and the car out there tonight?
This thing is honestly really, really tight. Track is, super gripped up with it being a night race again. Honestly surprised that we're using as much braking as we are to get the cars slowed down on entry. Not really used to that here. And, but, like I said, it's really tight, but it's definitely going to be a fun rest of the race if we can get some green flag runs going. I feel like it might loosen up a little bit.
All right, well, good deal. Good luck tonight. That number 40 machine. Hopefully you can pull it off again. We'll talk to you again and maybe hopefully at lap 175.
10-4, buddy. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Well, definitely a driver who is looking to hope that these cautions aren't going to be as frequent as we've seen them early on here, Joe.
Absolutely not. Well, right now, I mean, he's the man out point, Tyler Ducharme. Boy, I tell you what, Tyler, he's got a bunch of Tylers out here. You got Tyler Ducharme, Tyler Sifford, Tyler Laughlin. And I think that's about it.
I want you to think about this right now. What would happen if all 3 Tylers were in the top 3? You've heard of the Tyler and Tyler show, but the Tyler and Tyler show, like that's like Ed, and Eddie on some serious stuff right there, man.
Yeah, it's
The analogy didn't work as well.
well, kind of unique.
I'm sorry, folks. I fail.
All right, well, getting set to go back to green flag racing here, folks, again tonight under the lights, Kansas Speedway here for ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Cup Series here tonight, and these boys are about to put it to the wind.
Yeah, these guys are running really, really well right now. give a call real quick to Colton Davis. Started in the 33rd position tonight. Did not even set a qualifying time in that 71 machine. He has so far worked his way up into the top 10. We saw him strong last week at Daytona. Can't count out that 71 machine yet, Joe.
Absolutely not. Well, pace car's coming out of turn number 4. Going to shoot off down pit road. It's in these machines. Jimmy Mullis, the man's going to hammer down, put it through all 4 gears, head off into turn number 1. Tyler Deschamps going to try to outwit him and take him care of it before he gets to turn 1. Probably not, because he's got the Nightmare David Shutt right there all over his back deck lid. SRA out front. And again, like I said, they unpacked last season, did what they needed to do. They won a championship. They came over here and done it. They're trying to do it again here. As right now, looking very strong out front. Tom Whitmore's on the inside of 54. That's Nick Northrup. He's a newcomer here in that number 54 machine.
Yeah, Nick Northrup running really, really well right now in that 54 machine, clearing that spot over the 33 of Tom Whitmore, which is now going to be a fight side by side between Tom and Tyler Sifford. But Tyler's actually going to fall back, and Delonte Ballard is going to make a strong move to get around the 7 car as they go through turn 1 and 2. Also, I just noticed we have another SRA car out there tonight in the 16 machine, Lachlan McMillan in that 16 SRA machine.
Absolutely. Lachlan McMillan right there in the SRA. He's bringing it over here. And Devin Smirker, man, is another one. I believe he's from SRA also. So
yeah,
they just brought the whole party over here.
I'm not 100% sure on the 26. I'll take your word for it. But Devin also, you're right, in that Elvis Budweiser machine. He is trying to slowly work his way to the front. He's falling behind. I believe that's the 87 of Keith Haney. Just in front of them there, and in front of them, Aiden Young. A lot of these guys further back, really stacked up back here. You got some faster cars behind some of these cars that have damage, and hoping we don't see another yellow as all these guys are kind of stacked up back here right now.
Well, right now, the front few right here now, nose to tail, running very good. I think they got settled down, but just right. Brad out there in the chat said, yeah, they're going to dig hard at first, try to get what they can get, because they're 3 and 2 wide in the back. Because after a while, guess what, Ryan? This thing becomes a one-groove track and very hard to pass. We saw it last night. These guys were flirting with disaster on the wall. A lot of them actually got out there and it bit them. Tonight, same thing. You go up there, man, you get really high. The problem is you can't keep that car down low.
Yeah, that is really the problem. If you're on the bottom, it's not a good place to be, and you certainly don't want to be down there. Like, for example, right now, taking a look at the 55 further back in the field here, that is, I can't find his number. I know I just saw the 55. It's from by him. But he's not on my list.
James Haney.
Yes, I know who it is. It's just not on my
26,
list.
26.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Well, right now, look at old Richie Evans, man. He's on the inside there trying to take out Cameron Hearn. And I think Cameron Hearn got that position, but on the move right now, the Superman, Jake Nichols. We didn't talk much about him last week. Might talk a little bit about him this week. Hopefully he can get back up there and see what happened. I mean, it's kind of style of race, you know, very patient, methodical style of race. He's going to have to have patience and work it right here to get to the front. Travis McDaniel right there in at number 1. It's a newcomer here also, Ryan. Looking good in that number 1 Navy machine. And right behind him, old Nick Hunt, the Kool-Aid. Looking good with Kool-Aid, man.
Yeah, Nick Hunt driving good right now on that great Kool-Aid machine. This weekend we've got another caution for another crash in turn 1. Some more cars flipping once again.
Ouch.
Seeing a lot of cars get airborne here tonight.
Well,
looks like the 22 this time.
Oh, Jason Van Cleek.
Yes, sir.
Van Cleek, I think that's how you say it.
Yep.
All right, let's watch him on the replay here. Let the viewers check it out right here. Unfortunately, he's probably going to try to take flight as these guys tonight, man, are looking to try to, oh, yeah, he just got loose. Well, didn't get loose, got tight, pushed up the wall. Oh, man, the 43 nowhere to go. And, oh, Justin Gable again, and I think that's going to do his night because it blew the motor right there as soon as he got hit. Wow.
Yeah, Justin Gable was just disconnected as well. You're right. So that is going to end it so far for the 34 machine, and adds to the list of 3 drivers so far who are going to have gotten a DNF, along with William Hale, John Houston, and Justin Gable, just 32 laps into this race.
Well, I think what we're seeing, folks, is what we saw last night. The problem is this is a whole different animal of a car. And last night, you know, the B car, Xfinity car, whichever one you want to call it, a little bit more of a, you could handle it a little better, and when it gets tight, pushes up to that wall. This car, a lot of horsepower, a lot of not that much downforce, and problem being is when it starts pushing and goes to the wall, forget about it. It's going to take the wall down.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you 100% there. And one of the other things I think that may have helped some of these guys last night is we've seen how loose those Xfinity cars can be. These Cup cars, obviously not like that. Very, very tight, as Jimmy Mullis was telling us before. So, unlike having that loose where you might be able to kind of drive it away from the wall, the second these things get tight like that, you're right, they're just going to take that wall down. And I think that's what we're seeing a lot of these cars so very close together, not being able to get spread out because of all these restarts, and just causing havoc up for anybody that's trying to make that pass.
Absolutely. Well, got Nicholas Caressel out in the chat. SRA members, Ducharme, Cheney, Ballard, Northrop, Gable, Shutt, McMillan. Wow, they brought the whole football team over here.
Hut hike?
Absolutely. Well, they're looking for a touchdown tonight. They're looking for a win, or at least one of them, to put it in here under the lights of Kansas Speedway here. And right now, though, Tyler Ducharme is out front. Nick Northrop right there behind him. And didn't know about Nick, him being on there, but hey, we know now. David Shutt's up there. Jimmy Mullis is up there. Jake Nichols is back up there. Tom Whitmore sitting sixth. Delonte Ballard, Ethan Kurtz, Tyler Siffrin, Colton Davis rounds out the top 10. And Ryan, I tell you, that's star-studded right there.
Yeah, that is for sure. I was actually going to ask if we maybe wanted to get a talk with Colton Davis here while we're under the caution, as he has been our biggest mover of the race so far after starting 33rd. He's finding himself in 11th right now.
We can if we got time.
Yeah, it looks like we do. We lights are still on the pace car.
Sure.
All right.
Let's talk to him.
Okay. Give him a minute in the staging room. Colton Davis, this is Ryan Daniels in the OSR Network booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah.
Colton, you started 33rd tonight. Didn't set a qualifying time. You find yourself in 11th right now, looking strong in that 71 Toyota. How do you feel about being the biggest mover of the race so far?
You know, I like it. I like to pass cars. That's my favorite thing to do in this sim, so it's been a fun night. I'm feeling strong about my chances to win this race.
All right, well, we definitely saw you be strong last week at Daytona. How's the car feeling out there right now?
You know, the car's really tight. I don't know if this is just because of the shorted fuel that this series provides for us, but it's really tight.
All right, Colton, well, we thank you for talking with us, and we hope to get a word with you at the end of the race, my friend.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to have that, man.
All right, man, good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well, about to get set to back green flag racing. He was very enthusiastic about, he loves passing cars. I like that comment.
Well, that is the name of the game, I suppose.
Yeah, hey, that's what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Pace car's coming to turn number 3, about to set sail here. Head off down into pit road here, and old Tyler Ducharme out front. Nick Northrop right there in second. Jake Nichols, will call him Superman himself right there. Jimmy Mullis sitting fourth. David Shutt, the nightmare himself, boy, he is right there in fifth. And these guys about to get business going here. They're going to hammer through the gears, put the pedal to the metal. We're under the lights of Kansas. Green flag in the air, folks. Man, I tell you what, listen to the rumble and sound of those cars and they scream past the start-finish line and head off into turn number 1 side by side.
You're right, and Jake Nichols looking to the inside of the 54 of Nick Northrop. The 25 got out to a huge jump on that restart, and right behind the both of them is that 41 car, or I'm sorry, the 40 of Jimmy Mullis with the 33 of Tom Wetmore just behind him as well, as these guys start to single file up, and we have a crash in turn 3. One is riding the wall.
All right. Well, no caution yet.
Yeah, no caution, surprisingly, considering the car was literally riding the fence. I want to say that was the 67.
That's Cameron Hearn.
Yes, sir. 67 on entry to 3.
Ouch. We got a heck of a battle going on up front. Actually, two teammates right here. Tyler Ducharme, Nick Northrup right there. Man, they're nose to tail right there. But right behind them, Jake Nichols. And he's got Tom Whitmore. But look at David Shutt says, hey, hello, Jake. How you doing? Cutting me up front. I'm coming back to the front here. All so familiar. So we've said it time and time again. Cream rises to the top, and it does. Boy, look at Jimmy Mullis do a power move on the inside of 54.
Yeah, they're really trying to make that work, and right now I just don't think these cars can just make that pass. We saw it be trouble last night in that Xfinity car. These guys are getting super tight the minute they try to get it down low like that, and I think that's the scary part. It isn't so much being the guy that's drifting up, it's the guy being behind it when that's happening because they check up so quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're right. They got to have that momentum going in, but if you don't have that pass done by the time you come in the middle, look at 54.
Yeah, they aren't going to make that work all night. That's going to cause another one of these crashes with all these guys trying to make that move so tight.
Yeah, well, what happened right there was about what I was going to say before, David Shutt obviously went in there. He was down low, and the car just pushed up, and Tom Whitmore, no place to go. He was right there, and the recipient hit the wall. Luckily, he was able to keep going and keep the thing straight. But what I was talking about is if you don't have the pass done by the time you come through the middle or off that turn, you forget about it if you're still on the inside, because you need that momentum to carry you coming out of the turn of going high. And if you get tucked down low, well, it's all she wrote.
Yeah, that's for sure, with how tight these cars are getting on the bottom, and now we're finally starting to see these guys get spread out a little bit, except for up front where they continue to battle side by side. But further back in the pack, these cars are starting to spread out just a tiny bit out here, and I think these guys are trying to settle into a little bit of a run here, try to see what these cars can do on a longer run.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know how in the world Tyler Sean found himself on the inside there, and Nick Northrup, man, went on the outside, but he's got Jimmy Mullis sitting up against on the high side. Jake Nichols, if he don't shut that door on him, is going to put that nose in there and actually going to put it on the outside of him, and he does. Boy, just right across the nose of the 73. Right there, the Superman himself sitting in third place. Well, SRA's out front, but he's got a newcomer right there, Jimmy Mullis, last week's winner at Daytona. He is looking good here again, Ryan.
Yes, he is. Jimmy Mullis was very strong last week at Daytona. Him and the, I'm trying to remember. Was it the 40 and the 71 that ran up at the front the majority of that race, I want to say? And then the 40,
yeah,
the 41, I know that.
Yeah, well, I mean, David Shutt was up there with him a lot, yeah.
No, I'm saying the 40 car won the race.
Yes.
And the 71 of Colton Davis, I want to say, because they are teammates. They were up at the front, I want to say, the majority of the race last week at Daytona. As we mentioned before, Colton started 33rd. It's worked his way up to 9th. And actually, in front of him, I thought that was John Wimbish. Is John Wimbish a lap down already?
Yeah, he went a lap down because, he got caught up in that incident earlier on and just hasn't been able to recapitalize on that and whatnot. But different car, different animal. And like what John said, Ryan, he said he's in this series to learn. As, man, I tell you what, the two cars right there on the wall, Ethan Kurtz, what we're already seeing already, guess what? It's what we saw last night. Guys flirting with disaster up high because it's one groove. You got to go up high here. But also, wham, right in the wall.
Yeah, a lot of these guys getting the Kansas stripe right now on the sides of these cars. Just to name a few, as you said, Ethan Kurtz, the 4 of Mike Rominger appears to have some damage. The 51, who was the driver I was trying to think was Ethan Kurtz, gets in the wall hard again. And he's actually going to come down on the 13.
Oh, no, that's Matt Hoover, man. He came down. The caution's on the field.
Yep. Rookie mistake. I'm going to mark that down as a rookie mistake for the 2 machine. That was one of those situations where maybe he should have tried to keep it against the wall if he could help it.
Well, and I know when that car, man, hits the wall, sometimes you can do it. Sometimes it just bounces off of it. All depends on how it hits.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Wrong place, wrong time for Matt Hoover.
Yeah, he bounced off of it and just, wrong place, wrong time. Basically, I don't see no harm, no foul on that one, so. They're out there talking in the chat about Rick being all caps and everything, and then Dre said he's full of energy. Y'all wanna have a contest one day, 1 year, whatever. Me and Rick, we'll see who's got the most energy up here.
No, no. You know what? Neither one of us gets to compete with that. If we were gonna have that kind of a competition, we're gonna get Rick, we're gonna get Kenneth Yance, and
What do you mean I can't compete with that? What?
well, you could compete. I just think Rick's got you beat, my friend.
All right,
I
well,
can't compete with it. I'm horrible.
Bring him on up here.
I don't think I can do that right now.
No, I'm just saying.
We might get yelled at for that one.
Oh,
Excuse
man.
me, Rick. We know you're admitting, but we want to see who's more hyped up, you or Joe.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go. Well, you know, everybody knows, man, that they know the whole story, the whole smeal, man, how I ended up here and how we're basically doing this and whatnot. And, you know, me and Rick, and I'll be the first to admit it. When I first heard him do this, I went, yeah, okay, you want me to be in the booth with you? Oh, yeah, well, whatever. And the more I got, somebody said in the chat one time, they said, man, it sounds like Rick in the chat. And I said, well, a lot of the stuff I picked up on what he says. Now, I can get a little more mellow toned on things, but let me get in my groove, man, of calling side by side. That's what I like doing, Ryan. I can get out here with you. You and John, y'all love the statistics and analyzing, and I can do that with y'all. But, man, I really enjoy the hyped up. I've said it time and time again. MRN. I love how they do it. Call the action. I love that.
Yeah, and that is very true. And right now, I'm looking. It looks like John Wimbish might be in position to get the wave around, along with the 67 of Cameron Hearn is going to get back on the lead lap, it looks like. Richie Evans. Oh, no, I'm sorry. John is going to get one of his laps back. So is the 3-car of Richie Evans. Cameron Hearn, Daniel Haney, and Adam Young are all going to get at least one of their laps back. I believe everybody behind the 3-car is a lap down or out of the race.
All right. Well, definitely on the caution here. Let's get a quick summary. We're lap 49 here of 175. 9 lead changes. 5 cautions for 17 laps so far. Not bad. Not bad.
No, not bad at all. And when you consider the drivers who have been involved in wrecks, it's it just goes to show even the best of the best are having trouble here tonight. We've seen Matt Hoover have a couple incidents and whatnot, and now we sitting here under caution with we're going to restart with just about 51 laps under our belt.
Look, talk about him, and he shows up. Rick Donaldson. What's going on?
That's right, guys. What's happening? What's happening
Not much, man. Not much.
Man,
What was
I'll
up here
tell you
talking
what.
about?
I heard it. I'm out there talking to the fans out there, thanking them for being here tonight, watching the race, and being with us last night, this week with Dre Broadcasting. I tell you, I'm so excited. A lot of action going on out there on the track tonight, Joe, Ryan.
Absolutely, man. These guys, man, are putting it to the wind under the lights. Kansas City Motor Speedway here tonight. ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Cup Series action, and SRA's back at it again. Them boys are fired up, looking to take another championship tonight.
Absolutely. I tell you what, we're back up on the grid here, and I tell you, Joe, I heard the comments there having a little bit of a competition and so forth, but I tell you what, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Let's take these boys down at least one lap. Let's do it one lap. Just for old time's sake. You ready?
We can do it. Let's do it.
All right, folks, here they are. They're on the backstretch, getting ready to go green flag racing. How many people out there are standing up on their feet watching this race right now, Joe?
Yeah, there's a lot of them. 27 total viewers right now in the chat about to scream and yell and holler as these bad, fast boys of ExtremeMotorsports99.com Cup Series are about to put the hammer down.
Nichols is out there on the outside with Northrop is up in the front row here, but they got Jimmy Mullis and Tyler Ducharme. Ducharme has been strong here today so far.
Absolutely, right there as the pace cars coming out of turn 4. Heads off into pit road. We're getting set to sail to hammer through the gears. 1, 2, 3, 4 as they're heading off into turn number 1. They are side by side, 2 deep all the way back.
Green flag is out, then Northrop gets out there up front real quick. Nichols trying to fall into back to the second place right there, but it looks like Mullis is on his trail with Ducharme trying to find a way to get into the gap there out on the backstretch as they come out of turn 2.
Jimmy Mullis coming in turn number 3, side by side with Tyler Ducharme, and that's SRA right there. But last week's winner at Daytona Speedway, man out front here, he's looking very good as they storm out of turn 4 this time by lap 52 of 175, folks. This is what it's about, ExtremeMotorsports99.com.
And the caution flag is out. Joe, I'm going to go back to the booth. It was always good to work with you, just for
Absolutely.
old time's sake.
That's
Guys,
awesome.
thanks for tuning in with us tonight here. We'll talk to you soon.
Good deal. Well, folks, there you go. You had it. You wanted it. Hey, that's what it would have been like, man. Hyper energy, man. But what do you think, Ryan?
I'm speechless. Why am I here again?
Now, you said I can't do what?
No, that was definitely entertaining. And just want to report on the caution that is out. The 30 car of Ranford Brown looks like he was trying to move up, and the 16 of Lachlan McMillan got into his right rear quarter panel right about the start-finish line. The 30, all kinds of tore up, and so isn't that 16 machine.
All right. Well, unfortunate for those guys right there, man. Tonight, that was awesome. And, yeah, that bad, fast guys out here in a bad, fast track with bad, fast cars, man. You got to love it.
Yeah, that is for sure. And it was definitely funny just then to sit here and listen to you and you and Rick talking in the chat. Nicholas Corcel, Rick wins.
Well,
Trey Broadcasting, Ryan, you're fired.
It's his league. Got to give it to him. You know what I mean? So, hey, his league, my booth. How's that?
That works.
There you go, boy. I tell you, it was awesome, man.
Oh,
well,
it was funny.
You know, and that's originally that's what it was supposed to be, was me and him. So,
yeah, let's just say this. If that was the case, I wouldn't even be in consideration.
yeah, but we always had a problem. Was that trying to figure out how we was going to admin this thing. Right now, looking very good under the lights. But yeah, I think me and him would tire out all the viewers by the time we'd get done with a race calling like that, with that kind of flow.
Oh man, you and me are tired at the end of these things as it is. Could you imagine you and me having to be that hyped up every single stream we do every week?
I do 7 of them. I'm here 7 days a week, 10 races a week, man.
Yeah, and you got like what, 3 in a row on Fridays?
Yeah, so and that may come on.
You'd be dead, Joe. I don't think that your body would be able to withstand that kind of punishment.
Oh, but I love it, man. That's what it's about. We come here for the viewers out here. They love it. And it's streammotorsports99.com. These guys, man, are up here. See, the difference is Rick got that high-pitch, man, high-speed style voice. I got the low-style, southern-style draw to it. I love the MRN style, man. He's got it hyped up. Hey, like I said, I learned a lot from him over what we're supposed to do here. And I thank you, man. First and foremost, it was awesome.
Yeah, that was very cool for a moment there. And I obviously saw on the chat, or I saw in the chat, I typed in the chat, go Joe and Rick, OG Extreme. Brings me back to the old days when I was driving here in Cup, and you two did do a couple of the broadcasts that season in preparation for what you and I took over for last season. So a lot of fun to be up there, and that was pretty cool just now having you two do that.
And folks, I'm going to tell you what, I got those archived on OSR Network. You can go back and listen to them. And believe me, if y'all think that, well, if y'all thought that was exciting, yeah, that was awesome. Go back and listen to some of them other ones we got, because, man, I was lost.
Don't watch the one they did at Michigan. I don't want to remember that race.
Yeah. Ryan was in that one. So
yeah, Ryan wrecked on lap 1 because that was awful.
Well, the thing about it is here, we're under caution again here tonight, folks, and looking very good. Nick Northrup right here out front. Jake Nichols right there in second. Tyler Descharme sitting in third. Jimmy Mullis fourth. Delonte Ballard, the showstopper's been able to move it up in fifth and looking very good here.
Yeah, all these guys in front have been running really, really hard, but it's been actually pretty exciting. It's unfortunate that we've had so many cautions only because the quality of the racing we've been seeing throughout the field is amazing. It's just wrong place, wrong time for a lot of these wrecks. Just, minor bumps. It's almost like the issue with the netcode and the Xfinity cars. These Cup cars, they hate getting bumped, even a little bit. They just spin right around right now, and just the aero package that they have with these Cup vehicles right now. But obviously up at the front, we're seeing a healthy mix, I would say. You've got the SRA drivers. The first 3 drivers on the inside lane are all SRA. Then you've got the 40 car, his teammate in the 51, not too far behind, and right behind the 40 of Jimmy Mullis is the 71. And the one man who you'd never think would be all by his lonesome up at the front is Jake Nichols.
Absolutely. He is the man up front, but he's the Superman. So, Ryan, they want it. Let's give it to them. You know what time it is? We're going to send them sail here on the green flag with you know what it is?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Speed Cam.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Well, I'll tell you what. If that don't get your blood pumping, I don't know what will. Because man, right there, nothing better than hearing 36 bad, awesome machines here rumble at Kansas Speedway here. And like I always say, well, if that don't get your hair standing up, your heart pumping or anything, you might want to get a doctor's appointment tomorrow because you're going to need it. Well, one of two things. You like John T. Williamson say, you either a born individual or you might be dead. If you're dead, well, then you don't need a doctor.
Yeah, if you were dead, I think that's more your family's problem at this point.
Absolutely. Well, right up front, Nick Northrup ran a band from SRA. He's looking good, but boy, there's a freight train behind him. Tyler Ducharme is looking good. Delonte Ballard, the showstopper. The man is up front. Boy, I tell you what, Jake Nichols is probably feeling like, you have got to be kidding me. Where's these SRA guys coming from? Last time I had to take on 3 of them last season. Now I got to take on the whole football team. Else they done brought the whole doggone league over here from SRA. Sim Racing Authority, folks, and they're coming over here with authority. It's a heck of a battle going on up front.
And I'll tell you what, right now, Joe, Jake isn't just under fire from these SRA drivers. He's under fire from the team of Colton Davis, Jimmy Mullis, and Tyler Laughlin, who have lined up in 5th through 7th right now. Those 3 cars looking really strong, been up front all night. And we mentioned it before, Colton and Jimmy had to work their way through the field. Tyler started 3rd. We saw Jimmy lead a number of laps, but Colton started 33rd up to the top 5, and now looking to the inside of Jake as they head for turn 1.
Absolutely. Colton Davis, he went up there and bumped Jake in the rear a little bit and said, hey, how you doing? My name's Colton Davis. Nice to meet you. And I'm gone. I'm right behind. Well, he almost right into the Superman. About yanked his cape and took him flying right there as he went high and wide coming out of the turn. Well, I tell you what, right now that guy said he likes passing cars. He's passed enough of them tonight.
Yeah, that boy started 13th. Obviously now, as we just said, in 13th, started 33rd, up in the top 5. Oh, and the 40 and the 7 are spinning.
Ooh, nobody got involved. Jimmy Mullis and them side by side. Caution is out. Oh, the 28 got back there also.
Yeah, there was a secondary accident of people trying to check up behind them, and they're continuing to crash. The 40 was what originally brought out the caution when he spun, and I don't know who that was. They hit the wall. It might have been the 2 of Ethan Kurtz.
All right, well, let's go. We're watching this replay right here. We'll get an idea, maybe see what happened here. As these guys were coming out of the turn number 4. Looks like the 40 car got a little high. And, oh, that's Tyler Sifford. Right there, nowhere to go. Like you said, right behind him was a little bit of extracurricular activity, so to speak.
Yeah, Ethan Kurtz got up into the wall, similar to what happened with him in the 13. Came down, clipped Ryan Keese, I believe, and that's the 28. And you want to talk about wrong place at the wrong time. Keith Haney slowing down under yellow in that 87. Next thing he sees, broadside to the 28. Nowhere to go except right into his door.
Hey, Colton out there. I got to chuckle a little bit. What he said in the comment out there. My bad, Ryan. Brendan Nelson. How do I go about getting into this? I am supposing action out here. Well, ExtremeMotorsports99.com, my friend. Check them out right there. They got about 4 or 5 different series that you can get into. They have got K&N, trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. Also, if you like road racing, they got it too. So, and the comment I was talking about, old Colton Lane out there, he said he loves to commentating about SRA coming to Extreme. Sounds like a WWE event. Well, I guess you pretty much can say they came over here and evaded ExtremeMotorsports99.com. They did more than that, Colton. They came over here, stole the title in the Cup Series, Bobby Chaney and them did, and took it back to SRA. Jake Nichols, the defending champ at the time, well, we call him Superman. He's trying to re-get his crown back.
He's trying to regain the championship,
Yeah,
I believe,
that's
is
right.
the reference you're trying to use there.
No, I couldn't get my thoughts right.
It's all good. It's all good. Looking further back right now, some of these guys that are making some moves and falling back in the pits, one of them, the 33 of Tom Wetmore, did not get the best pit stop in the world. I don't believe he's further back than I think he wanted to be after coming in the 11th spot.
Absolutely. Right now, David Elliott, the man out front. Is he, well, he came in the pit. But, looks like the 31's going to stay out. That's, Adam Young.
Yes, Adam Young in the 31 machine. I don't know a whole lot about Adam Young.
I don't either.
What do you say we get a talk with Adam Young?
Yeah, we can. Lights still on pace car.
All right. Try to get to know him a little bit, some of these newer drivers here.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. Running down with the Wall Dog Motorsports team.
Uh-oh, that's where he's at.
Yeah. He's in the staging room, and I will pull him up whenever he would like me to.
No, anytime, man. Adam Young, this is Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not much. Well, I see you're up front right now, looking good. That number 31 machine. Tell us a little about yourself. We don't know who you are.
Well, I'm getting ready to come in here. This is just to try to get a bonus point real quick. Well, I race a lot of Pacific Majors. Broadcaster for GSRC. So, hi guys, fellow broadcaster. And been on iRacing a number of years. From Lubbock, Texas. Broadcast meteorologist. Also work in IT. Try to stay busy quite a bit. Also coach a lot of youth basketball.
Awesome, man. A man of many traits there. Like to see that. Man out here tonight running at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Well, since you're a fellow broadcaster, let us know how the broadcast sounds when you get done racing tonight, man. That'd be awesome.
Well, I'll tell you, my wife thinks pretty highly of you guys. So,
Awesome.
she enjoyed watching you guys on the Xfinity series last night, and I've been able to watch a little bit at work at what you guys do, and you guys do a pretty good job. So, happy to be a part of this thing.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Like I say tonight, do you think you got the card? Maybe pull it off?
Oh no, had some computer problems right off the bat tonight, and that's really kind of hurt my practice time. So I'm just kind of hanging in the back, just letting attrition take its place. I mean, I know I'm going to miss New Hampshire, but if I have another drop week or something like that, at least I got some points to fall back on, even if it's kind of in the back. I'll be much better at Charlotte when we get there. Just you watch.
Absolutely. Well, good deal. Hey, good luck out there, Adam, man. Good talking to you there as you get set to go back green flag racing.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
All right, well, man of many traits right there. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Getting set to go back to green flag racing. Here's pace cars coming out of turn number 3 and 4 here. That's going to shoot off down to pit road, and it's going to set sail here. Tyler Ducharme, boy, he is commanding it out front. Got Jake Nichols right there beside of him. Delonte Ballard, man, he's hoping to pull one off here tonight. And Colton Davis, a man that said he loved passing cars, well, he's looking to pass a few more right here on the start. Jake Nichols did not get going. Hey, team orders played there, I got a feeling.
Sorry. Got to agree with you 100% there. The 21 and 25 getting a great restart on that inside lane, getting that good jump out in front of Jake Nichols and his car, and just behind them, we've mentioned it quite a few times tonight, the 51 and the the 51 and 71 Jay Schwartz Motorsports. That's their team name. I finally figured that out. Jay Schwartz Motorsports. We're looking really. Whoa! What happened with the 21? And we got a huge crash on the front straightaway.
Well, that's Tom Whitmore slapped the wall, came down, and just basically everybody wrong place, wrong time scenario there. I was watching it while you were talking. Kind of happened here on the front stretch. We'll watch it again here. Hate to see that, man, on his end, but it's basically the car just pushed up, slapped the outside wall here. As we're watching the replay, he's coming out of turn number 4, and yeah, boom, just hits the wall hard. Man, nowhere to go. Delonte Ballard or David Shutt, nowhere to go. Wow, man, a bunch of cars.
Yeah, there was 2 separate incidents there. The 21 spun off the front end of the 73. You mentioned it. The 55 turned in the back. Everybody's scared to miss the 55, and I think some guys didn't see the 21 spinning. One of those Aiden Young T-bone the 21. That 9 car is blowing up, as is the 4 car, I believe. Matt Hoover for the second time tonight. He is all blown up as well. And we got a spinner on pit road as well, I just saw.
Well, a lot of people don't understand. These cars, man, are tough beasts to handle out here. And, we love it as always. So, I want to welcome everybody coming out tonight. We're here under the lights, Kansas Speedway here tonight, and we got to know a few of the drivers out here. Right there, Adam Young, was able to talk to him. Man, nice fellow there. Man of many traits. That's what I was going to talk to. Was on green flag, but it's awesome to see, man. Actual real broadcaster, GSC. That's a Global Sin Racing, I believe. Global Sim Broadcasting, if I'm not mistaken, is GSC. I could be wrong, but either way, he can correct me later on it. But good to see a meteorologist, an IT field. Hey, I was in the IT field for a while. That's awesome. So, man of many traits, and you could tell in his voice. You can always tell when somebody's in that, I don't know, broadcast
Occupation?
field. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, definitely. As the late Dale Earnhardt Sr. would say, a jack of all trades and a master of none. But definitely, I got to admit, when he said that he had no chance of winning in that 31, I started dying laughing. I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but I just started cracking up. I really hope.
Honest.
Go for it. Sorry.
Honest.
Yes, very honest by Adam in the 31 car. But I was gonna say, I'm kind of hoping now he gets up there and gets a really good finish, so that maybe he can be the one we pull up later on tonight as our fourth recipient. And be like, so you didn't think you had a chance to win, but heck of a finish in that 31 machine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, right now he is actually sitting in. I saw him there for a second on the thing. 21st. I think he came into the pits there, but
Yes, he did.
You know what? I just noticed something in 9th spot. Look who's moved back up there, John T. Wimbish.
Yeah, I don't know if John pit under this last caution or not. I know, I'm assuming he at least took 2 tires, but with all these crashes and whatnot, John has been able to keep that 39 machine very clean. To me, it looks like ever since earlier on in this race, he had to take that faster pair at some point to have the 39 look as nice and new and shiny as it is now, but not doing too bad in that U.S. Army cold dead hands machine. And it's like you mentioned earlier, John is here to learn, and I've been in that position. John is a lot better a driver than I am, and I really wish him luck the rest of not just this race, but the whole season, because I want to see how he does, see how a driver with a lot more experience does coming in here to learn and see what he can bring to the table.
Well, key up the Jaws music, Ryan, because look who just pulled up in 5th spot. Mr. Consistency himself, the champ, Bobby Cheney, right there. Another SRA cat. He's actually the owner of SRA and came over here with his boys last season, and they did what they thought. Actually, some people thought might be the impossible here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Dethroned the Superman, Jake Nichols, and took the title away from him, and he's the champ here, and he's looking to try to defend it. And right now, hey, we call him Mr. Consistency for a reason, because every time we look around, he's in the top 10 or top 5 by the end of a race.
That is for sure. Bobby has put himself in a great spot right now in that 5th position, but right in front of him, Mr. Popularity himself, Tyler Siffer, in that tribute to Wag's machine, looking right there. Without his teammate, Jake Nichols up there, Tyler, looking like the strongest. It's not Solar Flare Racing anymore. Unfortunately, I can't remember the new name of it, but it is Solar Flare on the deck with that 7.
Yep. Well, right now, Tyler Deshawn, the man out front, and Colton Davis. He's only got one more car to pass, Ryan. He's passed enough of them tonight. He ought to be tired by the end of this race, but nonetheless, he's got one more to get up front here. Look at old Tyler Siffer, Mr. Popularity right there. Mr. Popular, man, the man out front, looking good as he fires off on the inside of that 51. Tyler Laughlin right there. Haven't talked much about him. He's been kind of quiet all night long, but he's looking good. Bobby Cheney's still right there. And Brian Johnson's got that Mountain Dew soda can machine rolling here tonight. Cameron Hearns back on point also. Nick Northrup right there. And Lachlan McMillan right there. Boy, they're 3 wide coming out here to turn 1.
Yes, they are 3 wide. The 54 of Nick Northrup pushing on the back of the 67, trying to get around the outside of Tyler Sifford, who has fallen back since the restart. And you're right. I was going to mention it as well. The 16 of Lachlan McMillan and that 16 machine has worked his way up as he's now going to get passed by the 41 and the 3 car of Richie Evans and John T. Wimbish on the outside with Nick Hunt all behind him and Aiden Young making the pass on the bottom.
Absolutely. Well, tell you what, we said it, man. That guy said it in the chat. And hey, we might be talking to him again. Colton Davis, folks, has came from back all the way in the back. He said he loved passing cars. He's passed enough of them. He is sitting out front, out point. He passed Tyler Laughlin right there in the 51, who was sitting in second. Tyler Ducharme looking up beneath. Boy, it is a dog fight. Cameron Hearns right there with Nick Northrup right there. He also, Brian Johnson's on the inside. Tyler Sifford's on the outside. He's got Wags and Waggling with him, man, tonight, riding right there on the hood.
Yes, he does. As he mentioned last week, an Angel riding on board that 7 with him, bringing some good luck to that 7 machine. Trying to get back to the front there. Obviously, the 7 restarted in the 3rd spot. He's clearly fallen back, being having the disadvantage being on the bottom. But how about the 00 of Nick Hunt finds himself in 13th spot in that great Kool-Aid machine. Nick looking really strong tonight as the 3 car of Richie Evans has actually gotten into the wall going into turn 3.
Ouch, yeah. Nick Hunt looking very good. Got the Kool-Aid, man, churning up. Bobby Cheney's around. Oh, that hurt.
Yep, big crash with Bobby Cheney, and I didn't see who else that was behind him there. I want to say it was maybe the 40 of Jimmy Mullis who might have gotten into the back of him there.
Ouch. Yeah, well, his teammate looked like he helped him a little bit.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was
Cameron Hearn, excuse me. Cameron Hearn, not teammate, but yeah. My bad.
Yeah, that was my fault. I thought I saw a red car up there. It might have been somebody checking up. It was the 67 and the 99 that had gotten together there.
Well, watching the replay right here, that 67's all over and just... Well, he turned him. That's basically all you can say about that. I turned him. And, here's the thing, folks. We love drama. We love building things up. And that's Alliance Motorsports versus SRA right there. And, guess no love lost. I don't know if there's anything between them. But nonetheless, yeah, got in the back of him right there. But, hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Elizabeth out there in the chat. We were talking to Adam Young earlier on, and he mentioned, man, his wife out there. And guess what? Just popped up and said hello.
Wow, that's pretty cool there. And I want to say, actually, I'm looking back at it. I almost wonder. We saw the 67 earlier pushing. No, I wasn't going to say netcode. I certainly was not going to say that. The only defense I would have for Cameron Hearn was that earlier in the race, we saw him doing the same thing with Jake Nichols, pushing him on the outside of that front straightaway. The 99 had rear end damage to his bumper. Perhaps that had something to do with the fact that he got spun. The 67 was just trying to push him along, same as he had done earlier on, and it just didn't work with that broken bumper of the 99. Nonetheless, 67 definitely spun the 99 for sure on the straightaway, which is never the place to get into the back of somebody.
No, I mean, these cars are so eel handling with the package they have here, with the aero package and whatnot. It doesn't take much to turn one around. So, I never want to sit up here and say somebody does it on purpose. Obviously, unless they just make it very well known they did it on purpose. That right there looked more like you just said. 2 cars very close. 67 got in the back of him. No harm, no foul, one of them racing deals. So, want to welcome everybody here tonight. We're at lap 85, 175 here tonight under the lights, Kansas Speedway. Cup action here for the Extreme Motorsports 99.com and OSR Networks Live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch, and Twitter. Twitter, I call it Tweeter, but either way you want to say it, check us out online at onlinesimracingnetwork.com. Folks, I tell you, it has been a thriller so far. A lot of lead changes, a lot of action on the track. These guys are putting down some bad, fast times. Myself, Joe White, up here in the booth. I'm cutting by Ryan W. Daniels. And if you missed it, well, we had a reunion. Me and Rick Donson, we was up here having us a ball, man, for a lap or so. And that was kind of fun.
Yeah, very cool. And, again, cool to be a part of that as well for me to be up here and experience the original 2 for Extreme, at least from when I was here up in the booth again. And want to give a little bit of a shout out. we keep talking about them. They keep working their way up so that we have to talk about them. Tyler Laughlin, Jimmy Mullis, and Colton Davis. The J. Schwartz Motorsports are now, if you want to talk about team like a team start or whatever, they have the ideal scenario. The top 3 spots all belong to J. Schwartz Motorsports right now. And Tyler, Jimmy, and Colton, I would dare say, are probably going to try to get as big a jump as they can on this field on this restart.
I don't know, it might. Yeah, you're right. I mean, sorry about that. Somebody come in the door. Yeah, I don't know much about their team. Obviously, we'll learn as the season goes on. But we do know one thing. Jimmy Mullis has already got a win here. Locked himself in the chase and looking good already. And right now, we know Colton Davis, he loves passing cars. And Tyler Laughlin right now, well, he obviously loves being out front. and Jimmy Mullis loves winning. So definitely got a good combination for a team. And, think about it for a minute, Ryan. Wow. The amount of teams that have came over here at Extreme Motorsports 99. When we first started last season, actually when I first started, like I said, back before that, it was Jake Nichols Racing mostly. That was the dominant team. Now, SRA came over. You got Alliance Motorsports, and then, like you said, with Jimmy Mullis and them and their team, it's just growing astronomically season after season.
Yeah, that is for sure. And we mentioned it earlier too. This is becoming such more. At least since I've been here, and like you said, Joe, since you've been here, we've seen more team-oriented drives going on as of late. Like we say, Jay Schwartz out in front, the SRA team that came in, the growth and the pickup and performance for the Alliance Racing Group, and obviously Jake Nichols Racing, the Zero Gravity Racing team, for
that's right,
Jake and his team. It just how dominant they've been.
All right, pace cars in, green flag in the air here. We talk about teams, man, later. We got to get back and set the racing here. Right now, Tyler Laughlin, man, takes off. Jimmy Mullis right there behind. You said it. That's a team right there. Colton Davis on the inside, and we're under caution.
That all started with the 0-0 of Nick Hunt. Got turned on the start, and accordion effect behind him.
Well, he spilled Kool-Aid on the track.
Yes.
All over it.
Yeah.
Right,
Old Kool-Aid man got taken for a ride.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Let's watch the replay here and see what happened. Oh, the 4 car didn't go. Stacked the field up, and it's basically just an accordion effect from there, as the outside just didn't go. Nick went, tried to stop. Car behind him didn't stop. Cedra. Partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate there. Like you said, just an accordion effect, and all those guys just piled into each other one after the other, nowhere to go, and wrong place, wrong time for Nick Hunt and the 33, or at least the 30, I'm sorry, of Ranford Brown, who hit, and then the 81 of, I want to say that's Keith Haney.
Absolutely. But I want to give a shout out there. They were talking about the SRA guys. They also do a good thing over there with their group. They have a sponsor for Battle for Multiple Sclerosis. MS is what a lot of people know it by. And George Gibbs out there says been diagnosed with lupus and MS symptoms, and a 20-year survivor. Awesome. My hat's off to you there. Hey, everybody knows my story. I don't really repeat it a lot, keep it to myself. But hey, cancer survivor on my end, as they had to remove a 4.5 centimeter mass out of the back of my head. And I feel sometimes they probably took some of the brain along with it, but who knows?
Well, we're very happy you're here, Joe, and put it this way, I don't know what I would do if you weren't here, so.
Well,
I'm not saying that buttery in the
you wouldn't be in the broadcast booth.
I wouldn't be in the booth, no.
Yeah, there you go, see?
I'd be a lowly driver on iRacing with nothing to do.
There you go. Absolutely. Well, folks, I'm going to tell you what a race so far. Lap 90 here, going to be lap 91 of 175 under the lights Kansas Speedway. And it has been, Kansas has actually been a darn good track here the last 2 nights here for ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Some awesome racing. And I know a lot of people are probably like, man, it's just caution field tonight. Well, a lot of the cautions, though, we've seen single file and ended up, guys just wrong place, wrong time, and ended up in a big one. But for the most part, it's characteristics of this track. Car's tight, they're pushing up, hit the wall, and I know, Ryan, if you got a tight car, the first instance is to yank that wheel to the left, and as you do, it instantly goes from tight to loose. Guess what? See ya.
Yeah, that's for sure. These guys are obviously tight, and you're right. You get up in the wall, or you just get tight. You natural instinct. Keep cranking, putting the wheel in it. That thing just gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and eventually, smacks that wall and causes nothing but havoc for a lot of people behind them.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, right now we're about to set sail here. Probably going to be lap 93 here of 175, folks. It's been a thriller here. And John Marine, he's keeping the countdown going out there. I haven't even looked at it, but I do appreciate the viewers. I appreciate everybody coming out. because, boy, hey, we're here 7 days a week. Tune in tomorrow night. We got TRL, and then I'm off this weekend, folks. So, yeah, no OSR Network Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Yeah, no OSR Network on Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, but you will be able to catch us next week, and hopefully it'll be a good run next week. I can't remember where exactly.
Atlanta, I think we're.
Is it Atlanta next week?
I think. I'm not 100%. If anybody in the chat knows, look at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Check it out. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'll take a look for us.
That's Robert Moyer. Old Robert Moyer from Racing Freaks over there, Sim Racing League, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience. Boy, them guys on Saturday night, they got a couple league out here, and he's got a driver out here, Brian Johnson from that league, looking very good. Matter of fact, he's sitting there in 7th spot already. About to set sail here. His lights are off on the pace car.
Yeah, the lights out on that pace car right now, and these guys are going to start redouble filing back up. Just checking a message on my phone. My buddy Tony watching at home. I said earlier on that the 31 of Adam J. Young was a jack of all trades, master of none. He goes, "Hey, you can't steal that. That's my line." So, sorry, Tony, if I'm stepping on your toes.
I hear you. Well, here we go. Getting set sail here, and actually Tyler Laughlin, a man out front, Jimmy Mullis right beside of him, Colton Davis and Nick Northrup. Ryan, it's like last week. Deja vu. The top 4. Who are these guys? Wow.
Yeah, you talk about guys that have come into this league during the offseason and have really brought the A game to the table. You're seeing it right now.
Absolutely. Pace car's in here, about to set sail here. Green flag is going to be flying in the air. Lap 93 of 175. Right there, you see Tyler Laughlin. He takes off in that 51. Right behind him, Colton Davis is side by side with Jimmy Mullis ahead in the turn 1. But behind them, they are 2 deep all the way back. And boy, I tell you, Tyler Ducharme, he got his nose cut off by the 54 right there. Nick Northrup, I don't know, man. These guys up front are looking very good. So we've got, what'd you say that team name was?
Jay Schwartz Motorsports up the front. We've got another caution out. Looks like it's a black and red car spinning in 3.
Oh, that narrows it down for me.
Oh yeah, me too. Oh
yeah.
No, it's not black and red. It's purple and green. The Kool-Aid machine in the wall again.
Ouch. Made it funny. He probably didn't think it was too funny.
Oh no, he's not very funny.
No, he'd probably be like, Ryan, that wasn't good. Well, right now he's back there with Tom Whitmore, and the 59 and him just looked like about the accidents last night we saw between Ryan Broderick and all. A couple of them we saw was basically just the car on the outside, and boom.
Okay, I'm trying not to laugh because I just realized the unintentional joke I made when Nick hit the wall.
Oh, you're just now catching that, Ryan.
I missed it when I said it. Oh no, the double zero's at the wall, and now it just.
Okay. Calm down. You'll be all right.
Oh, this is what happens when I realize my stupidity, folks.
I gotta work with kids.
You do?
It's terrible.
Hey, at least I'm not the one laughing
guy.
about cotton candy balls, man.
I'm an old guy. All right, who you want to talk to?
All right, let's take a look. Who haven't we talked to tonight? It's the real question. How about since Robert Moyer's out in the chat, why don't we bring up Brian Johnson?
Sounds like a winner to me. Bring him on up.
All right.
He's next contestant on OSR Network.
All righty. See if I can find him in the chat here.
He'd be down below us down there in TeamSpeak somewhere.
Yeah, I got him. He was all the way down on Atomic Motorsports by himself.
Wow. All right. Well, bring him on up here. Get a chat with him. Brian Johnson, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
I got a copy, Joe.
All right, Byron. Brian. How you doing? Well, we got Robert Moyer out in the chat out here, and you know who that cat is, man, over there at Racing Freaks, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience. You raced there on Saturday night in the Cup car. Well, tonight, your ExtremeMotorsports99.com and the Cup Series here. How's that car feel? Because you're looking pretty good right in the 7th spot.
Car's all right. It gets tight late in the run. Late in the run, you can't make any passes. It's typical Kansas. Got to ride the high line and hope you can get that run off of 4. Try to hang on the outside, going through the tri-oval, make a pass in 1. But overall, it's car's feeling pretty good. It's nice and stable. It's been a pretty good night.
All right, we're looking good there. Back in the Mountain Dew soda can machine is how I like to say it. And you're rolling around this track looking pretty good. You think you got enough maybe to pull the win off tonight?
Maybe if we get some good luck here, maybe get a couple green flag pit stops, get some strategy into our hands. But yeah, I'll try my best. I'll be happy if I get a top 5 though.
Awesome, good deal. Well, wish you the best out there in that number 8 machine, Brian. All right, as we go from Brian to Ryan, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just up here, getting ready to call the rest of the action here. We're on lap 96, coming to lap 97, and puts us just about 53 laps to go.
Yep. As they cross that line, probably by the time they go back to green flags, going to be lap 98 of 175. We're here at Kansas Speedway tonight. Well, I tell you what, this is awesome here tonight, and race has been pretty good. I know old Becky Sifford out there said a couple times, well, it must be something in the water. Awful lot of cautions in the Cup race. Well, it's the Cup car. It's a tough track, and got a lot of bad, fast drivers out here. And it really, it's, you know, if you kind of look at it in a standpoint, you know, the drivers out here, for as many as we have, it's really not that bad.
No, it's not. And it's like we say, a lot of the accidents we've seen tonight, at least in my opinion, really do appear to just be the track conditions and the way these cars are handling. These cars are tight. These guys are tapping the wall, and it's just making it impossible to avoid these wrecks because it's a one-lane track. If you're right up against the wall and somebody just suddenly spins in front of you and everybody checks up, it is almost impossible to do these two things at the same time: lock down the brakes, try to get that car woed up, and try to dive it at the bottom. Doing those two things at the same time is almost impossible in one of these Cup cars.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, we're looking pretty good. As old Tyler Laughlin, the man out front, we're getting set here to go back green flag racing. Going to be lap 98 of 175 when they cross the line this time by Ryan. And these guys, man, are about to put the hammer down here under the lights at Kansas Speedway. It has been a shootout so far. Last night was a thriller in the Xfinity Series. Tonight looks to be a none other in the Cup here. As right now, Tyler Laughlin is about to set the hammer down here. He's going to go through the gears of 1, 2, 3, 4. Boy, Colton Davis goes up, man, with Jimmy Mullis. And those two cats up front. Jimmy Mullis up high as they go side by side. They're too deep all the way back.
Yeah, and how about this right now? I'm looking on the restart here a little further back where Jake Nichols is running the 55 of James Haney. How about that? Started 31st up to 11th right now, and a little bit of a beat-up HBR Ford Fusion, but that 55 looking strong here late in the race.
Absolutely. Well, you got his count also right in front of him. Aiden Young's been able to bounce back that number 9 machine, looking good. But here comes Jake Nichols. He's been in the back all night long. He's going to methodically hope there's some green flag runs so that he can get up front. Right now, Tyler Laughlin, the man out front. Jimmy Mullison in second on his tail. Colton Davis right there. Nick Northrup. Boy, I tell you what, 1, 2, 3, 4, all teammates. They haven't come here to play. Maybe these are the new cats that says, look, hey, SRA did it last season. Maybe we can do it this season. Come out here with our team, and awesome. Right now, looking good as they got the top 4 spots. And then you got Tyler Ducharme and Mr. Popular himself, Tyler Sifford right there. Brian Johnson in 7th. Lachlan McMillan in 8th. David Shutt in 9th. And old Jake Nichols just moved up into 10th.
Yeah, and Jake is starting, as you said there, Joe, starting to make that move, trying to get back to the front. I do want to give a call again to the 16 of Lachlan McMillan. I just realized on a little bit of nostalgia for me, anybody who knows the origins of Iceman Motorsports was all the way back on GTA 5. The 16 happens to be a GTA 5 machine. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got GTA 5 on the side. He's got SRA on the front. That's a heck of a combination.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, right now, he's got a Superman right behind him. Well, actually, he's got a Nightmare guy right behind him. That's David Shutt. So, 2 SRA guys, man, wheel to wheel. Now, the 41's probably going to be like, look, 73. I know you want to go up here, and we're under caution.
Yeah, a couple of spinning at the back in the grass. Looks like it might have involved. Yeah, 59, and I think I saw the 12 car of David Elliott involved. Oh, it was the 12 and the 33.
Oh, it's Tom Whitmore. Not having a night he wants. Oh, yeah, he just looks like he came out of turn. 12 got up into him a little bit. Just one of them racing deals. Man, hate to see that on his end.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate for Tom Whitmore there. And like you said, just looks like the 12 just came up into him there on the edge of the corner. Both those cars looking for the same piece of real estate.
Now, you said that team name is what again?
For the 51,
Yeah.
that is J. Schwartz Motorsports.
All right.
We'll get
I'll
it.
remember that. I'll get it. I'll remember that one. You know, that's all right. Jay Schwartz. I guess if I remember the movie Spaceballs, I'll be okay.
I was just going to say that. I was going to use that reference, but you beat me to it. How great would it be if the three of them came out like that one race?
You know what? Well, you talk about it. Yeah, all three of them has got the top 3 spots. I mean, you talk about a team effort. I mean, they've came out here and done quite well and have taken the Cup Series here by storm here. Like you said, Tyler Laughlin, Jimmy Mullis, last week's winner at Daytona. How would it be for him to even come out here and finish good? I mean, right now it just seems like, man, the guys last season just not gaining traction yet.
Yeah, that's for sure. And right now we see the 71 of Colton Davis. He took that fast repair for that 71 machine. Those 3 J. Schwartz Motorsports cars going to come out 1, 2, 3 once again. Tyler Sifford going to move up to 4th, and Jake Nichols jumps up to the 5th spot behind them.
Absolutely. I like what George said out there. The pace cars led the most laps. Absolutely. He's the one that's going to need the most tires and fuel. Or going to be the tiredest, either one.
Yeah, old Brett Bodine out there getting some serious laps tonight.
Absolutely. Well, again, I want to appreciate everybody coming out. As we're here at OSR Network, we're live YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch, and Twitter. Or Twitter, whichever one you want to call it. But I like calling it Twitter. It just sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, I call it Tweeter myself. My buddies yell at me for calling it Tweeter. Ryan, it's Twitter. No, it isn't.
Yeah,
Tweeter.
well, what do they know?
Yeah, it's true. Tony, I know you can hear this. What do you know? It's Tweeter.
That's right. See, you can't say anything here on the stream.
Yeah, exactly. I win. I win by default. I'm going to get a text message in about 5 seconds where he's going to be yelling at me, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Well, right now, Tom Whitmore looks like he's almost out there running a dirt modified as the front end of that car's all banged up. Looks like he's been running around Bristol Motor Speedway for a little bit. And looks like, I think that's Delonte Ballard. Looks like he's going to take the wave around.
Yeah, trying to get a look here.
That is.
Yep. Yeah,
That's the
Delonte
showstopper.
Ballard and the 33. No, the 33 stayed out. Whoa.
Well, no, Delonte Ballard, he's on the tail end. He's going to take a wave around.
No, I know that. I thought the 33 of Tom Wetmore, who was just involved in the most, and obviously the caution we're under now, he is the race leader. I hope he's gonna pit.
Yeah, well, yeah, me too. Because he stays out there, it's gonna be short-lived.
Yeah, to say the least.
Hate to say it like that, yeah. Well, we speak of SRA, folks. First week in June. Check us out on Wednesday night here at OSR Network. We're going to be covering the 410 Sprints Dirt Series from SRA, starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, right before ExtremeMotorsports99.com's Xfinity Series on Wednesday nights. And more importantly about that 7 o'clock Eastern Time is it's going to be live on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch, and Twitter, and Iracing Portal. So, there you go.
And Joe is in love with the fact that he is on the portal, as he should be. And once again, I want to throw my congratulations to my broadcasting owner and colleague, Joe White, for being able to do that. Because unfortunately, I don't know that I will be able to make those dirt races on Wednesdays because of how late I get out of work. So,
yeah, it's going to be me and John up there in the booth on those. And then, like I say, we're going to jump over here. Me and Ryan's going to call those nighttime Xfinity Series races. Kind of benefits everybody, though, because, you know, hey, look, we go for one race, just tell everybody wait about 20 minutes, we'll be right back over here for another one.
Yes, sir. The nighttime is the right time here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com when you've got me and Joe in the booth. And right now, the nighttime might not be the right time for the 33 to have stayed out on this restart.
Absolutely. We're about to find out. As pace car set sail on pit road here. Tom Whitmore out front. He's got Tyler Laughlin right there. He might be able to stay out just for a little bit out front. But, man, look at Jimmy Mullis thinking about taking a 3 wide. And old Tom Whitmore's going to have to make that thing wide up front as they head off into turn number 1. Yeah, he goes high, and they just go right by him. He's falling like a brick.
And unfortunately, he's so slow, he's holding up the 71 of Colton Davis, who is now, it's 3 wide down the back straightaway. Tyler Sifford lets up, thinks better of it, allows the 71 of Colton to get back in the line, as the 7 and the 73 now are going to have to try to pass that 33 on the bottom, and Nick Northrup is now stuck behind the 33 of Tom Whitmore.
Well, I'll tell you what, where did this number 40 guy come from? Jimmy Mullis. Right now, he won last week at Daytona. This week, he's looking very good out front. Behind him, they're 3 wide back there with Tyler Ducharme. Jake Nichols is trying to come to the front and go, look, I'm trying to spoil this new party that's going on up here because I definitely am the man here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. And I don't want y'all to forget about Superman. We definitely ain't forgot about Mr. Popularity. He's right there in 4th place right now.
Yeah, Tyler Sifford having a great run right now on that number 7 machine. He's wanted a good run the whole offseason, wanted to really get that first win at Extreme's Cup Series last season, was able to get the win at Talladega last season, looking to, or in the Xfinity division, looking to maybe tonight's the night for that 7 machine to be able to get it done, but we do have another caution, and I don't know where it is.
It's in the field somewhere.
Well, yes, I assumed that part.
You know what? Jake Nichols got damage on the side of his car. Well,
I
he's
saw
got
the
wall.
16 very slow.
All right, let's go on 16.
Oh, he got tagged by his teammate going down the back straightaway.
All right, well, let's go back here and watch it again. Maybe he was out there thinking he was playing GTA.
Maybe.
All right, need to go back one more. Yeah, Robert Moyer out in the chat. He loves yellow flag races. Oh, the 41's right there watching the replay. And I got a feeling it was Tom Whitmore was right there, and they probably were just getting all checked up as he's shooting down the inside. And when he did, and Delonte Ballard just, I don't know, like I say, just no place to go, and boom.
It's almost like, because I believe it was the 41 of David Shutt that
Yep.
made the move there, but it's almost like David didn't know that the 16 was there. He was trying to get around the slower car of the 33, had gotten around the 16 on the outside, and maybe just thought he had him cleared, just didn't know his teammate was to his left side.
Absolutely. Well, Robert, hey, you got some tracks coming up that are probably going to be bad. Still got good racing, though.
Oh, it's always a good race here on OSR Network, but I mean...
Robert Moyer out there, he runs Racing Freaks on the Saturday nights. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Robert. Robert hates cautions, which, cautions are cautions. They're going to happen. Well, he's got a few tracks coming up, like Sonoma and New Hampshire and Bristol and Martinsville. A couple of those. So, yeah.
Yeah. Sonoma may not be too bad. I've never driven there, so I don't know how frequent the cautions come out of that track if they are active.
It's a road race.
No, I know that. I know what Sonoma is. I'm saying I've never raced there personally on iRacing, and 2, I don't know how it is with the iRacing with cautions, full course cautions there, how sensitive it is. But I know for a fact that Bristol, Martinsville, and New Hampshire are going to be, if people aren't careful, it's going to be a little bit caution heavy.
Yeah, well, Sonoma, a lot harder than Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
I run it in GT3 cars. I love it in the GT3 cars. I've won there a couple times in some leagues when I ran in Project Cars, and enjoyed it, but also had custom setups there too. So, I built my own setups when I was playing that, but yeah, it's GT3 car is definitely a lot different animal. It's built for turning left and right and all that. Cup cars, not so much.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like I say, people will know for a fact that if there's one thing I'm not good at iRacing, if you think I'm bad at short tracks, don't put me on a road cars. So I don't even want to imagine what that's going to be like for those boys at the Racing Freaks. But I wish them luck, and I'll be more than happy to be watching from my couch on that race.
Oh, I hear you. Well, all right, good deal. Road courses cautions off. Well, that's a good thing. That means we'll just see a lot of action. How's that?
Yes, that means you'll have, from the drop of the green, you'll have flag to flag action. And, yeah, sounds like it'll be a good time. And right now, just want to give a little bit of an update. We got a couple of guys we know pretty well here running at the back end of the top 10. Aiden Young moved back up into the 8th spot, and John Wimbish running in 9th right now.
Absolutely, right there, looking very good. And old John Marine said something about, will we have any road courses here? Well, we got Watkins Glen coming up on our schedule here. And like I say, got Sonoma coming up for the Racing Freaks. I don't do any GT3 style or anything like that, but we do show them here for Cup and Xfinity.
Yeah, we do have the all three of the divisions, I do believe, run at Watkins Glen. I don't know about the K&N. I don't know if they run at the Glen this season, but I know for a strong fact that the Cup and Xfinity and the truck all run at Watkins Glen.
Absolutely. Right now, Tyler Laughlin, the man out front. Jimmy Mullis looking in second spot. As the pace cars coming out of turn number 4 here, looking to set sail here, folks. As it's going to be lap 114 as they cross that line of 175. Here we go. Pace cars in. Green flags about to fly. Tyler Laughlin puts the hammer down. He is gone. Right there, the 54 of Nick Northrup. Man, he thought about taking it 3 wide for a second. Tyler Sipford right there on the outside looking very good as they head off into turn 1. They're side by side.
Yes, they are, and further back in the pack, we talked about him earlier. James Haney continues to make that 55 look strong, but he did not get the restart he wanted, and John Wimbish now being passed by Jake Nichols as well as Devin Smirker looking to the inside of that 39 car. Devin trying to follow suit with the 73, trying to pick up some spots, but Devin had to get on the brakes hard right there out of the turn 4.
There they are, but back in the back there, they are fighting it out. They are tooth and nail, 3 wide, 2 wide, nose to tail. Boy, it is a dog fight. And look at John T. Wimbish right there behind him. But behind him, Ethan Kurtz, Cameron Hearn, David Shutt. Boy, they are hammering it right here through this track. Looking very good as they're heading off into turn 3 this time by.
Yeah, got to give credit where credit's due. For as many times as we've seen that 4-2 car of Ethan Kurtz on the wall tonight, he has certainly been able to rebound in that Toyota, putting it up in the 12th spot right now. Ethan looking stronger and stronger as this race goes on.
Absolutely right there, looking very good. Oh, Devin Smirker right there in 13th. I hope I said that right. He looks good. He's been able to, man, pretty close. Yeah, you're right. Right there, he's moving it on up right now. David Shutt right in 14th. Lachlan McMillan in 15th. Delonte Ballard's been able to pull it back up there in 16th. James Haney, we haven't talked much about him. Started 31st, currently 18th. He looking kind of good in the 55 machine, trying to hang on right there. James Thorndike in 19th. We're just kind of looking through this field here, Ryan. It's because, we got a car on a wall, but he stays out, everybody.
Yeah, I will say right now, one of the drivers to watch is Tom Wetmore. I thought he had taken his fastest pair. I'm sorry, never mind. Scratch that. The 33's making some spots, but I thought he had taken his fastest fix. I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, I think he took his fast fix earlier on, and he's pretty much just done with it because he's got caught up in a couple incidents tonight.
Yeah, that is for sure. But Cameron Hearn, one of those guys, saw him be strong last night. Cameron now working his way back into the top 10, trying to catch Aiden Young in the 9 machine. And that 67 continues to look stronger and stronger as this race goes on after spinning a little earlier on. Cameron Hearn has just methodically worked his way back to the field and looks to be on a rail right now in that 67 Peachtree Chevrolet.
Absolutely. Well, right now, the one I'm really looking at is Bobby Chaney. He is way back in 23rd position. Kind of trapped behind some cars. He just definitely hasn't made the way to the front like we normally used to seeing. And he's looking very good, but yeah, he's just not making waves like he's normally used to being up.
Yeah, that's for sure. Bobby Chaney not having the night he was looking for, but perhaps just one of those tracks that doesn't quite suit Bobby's style tonight for some reason, and maybe he'll rebound next week in that 99 machine, but it's not over yet by any means. We still have 31 laps to go, and we know that Bobby has a tendency to find his way to the front late in these races. If it's go time, now is as good a time as any for that 99 to try to start working his way back to the front.
Well, right now, man, out front, you got Tyler Lockman. He is right there. He's got Jimmy Mullis on his back deck lid, and Jimmy fires off on the inside. There's his teammates right here up front duking it out. There's about to set sail here as we're at lap 121 and 175. Still got quite a few ways to go here. A lot of laps left here at Kansas Speedway.
Yeah, that's for sure. And another guy still in the top 5 that's just been hanging around all night long, Tyler Ducharme, just been right there all night too. I can't count out that 25 car. We know how he is on these restarts. Got to think if that 25 could ever get a restart maybe on the inside lane in 3rd or 4th or something to that effect, could be a very strong threat to try to steal this lead away if he could ever get up there. But right now, still running behind his teammate Nick Northrup in the 54, and behind him another guy that's been in the top 5 all night, Brian Johnson, who's now being passed by the 73 at Jake Nichols.
Yep, Jake Nichols on his way here. Boy, he fires on the inside with that 73. Looked good doing it right there around Brian Johnson for the 6th spot. And here comes Jake Nichols up to the front. This is what he wants. He wants a long green flag run to see what he can do here, because right now it's just been, every time he seems to get a little bit of traction, kind of gets pulled right out from underneath him.
Yeah, very true. And what it looks to me is it's kind of what you said earlier. You need to be able to get these runs going into the corner, and that's where Jake is beating some of these guys right now. He's just getting into turn 3 and 4 very, very strong. He's able to make that pass on the entry, slide up in front, and then able to hold that momentum and keep that top lane all the way down the front stretch without people being able to pull the overtake again as they're going down the front straightaway.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, looking very good. Take it on the dash cam here for a second. Let these folks, man, see what it's like to ride behind the wheel of one of these monster machines. And these guys are looking good right now along with Cameron Hearn. He's been able to pull it back up to 8th spot. It's right behind old Brian Johnson right there. And old Brian, man, checked up a little bit. Cameron Hearn, man, had to check up. Got in the back of him just a little bit.
Yeah, that was a big moment there for the driver behind the 8 machine there of Cameron Hearn. Probably had to jump out of the throttle there, and that's going to bring the group that was behind them. They were actually starting to pull away, but that's actually going to bring the 7 of Tyler Sifford a little bit closer, and Aiden Young battling with Devin Smirker just behind them as the final 2 cars battling in the top 10.
Yeah, Aiden Young's been able to pull that thing back up in the top 10. Looked very good. Got caught up in the incident earlier on, but he's been able to bounce back, use his head a little bit. Maybe he'll have a good finish here tonight. He just kind of, be calm. That's the thing. We talked to him, man, earlier on, and just got to tell him to be calm, patient, learn what you're doing out here. And right now looking good in that Motor Sim Racing magazine, and we're under caution.
It's Jimmy Mullis in the 40. I don't know what happened there. I just saw him spin down the straightaway.
Well, let's go back on the replay and check it out, because he was battling for the lead up front. I got a feeling it's one of those got loose scenarios. Yeah, he was losing to the leader up there, and Colton Davis right there behind him. Don't know if those two might have got together. Well, Colton Davis just, I don't know. It looked like they got together, or he just lost it.
To me, I think that the 71, they are teammates after all. I believe the 71 was just trying to push his teammate Jimmy down the straightaway, and he got into the left rear quarter panel of that the 40. He wasn't quite square with the bumper, and it just turned the 40 right around.
Yeah, and folks, here what you got to look at too with this package, the aero package they got on them. It don't take much to turn a car here. A very light contact, and they're going around just as plain as day. So, well, with that said, who you want to talk to?
Well, what do you say we bring up? Have we talked to Nick Northrup tonight?
No.
I don't think so. He's been up there all night. Well, then we get
we ain't talked to him. No. My bad.
confusing me.
Colton Davis, we talked to him.
All right. Well, let's bring up Nick Northrup then. He's been up there all night. I feel like
Yeah.
some insight to
Talk to him.
finish.
Why don't you talk to him?
Okay. Nick Northrup, this is Ryan Daniels in the OSR Network booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Nick, you've been up at the front all night long. The 54 Roush machine's looking wicked strong right now. What do you need to do to be able to try to get the win here with what's going to be just about 20 laps to go on the final what could be the final restart?
That last run, it started to get track started getting rubber in and started tightening up. So probably back up the corner a little bit and see if we can get this leader.
All right, well, as I mentioned, you've been very strong in that 54, and we wish you luck here in the final 20 laps or so, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to you again here at the end of the race.
Thank you. We'll put out a show for you.
All right, thank you, Nick.
All right. Well, seems pretty optimistic on what he's got out there. The number 54 machine with the SRA camp, and nice looking paint job. Like that Rouse paint job he's got on that Ford, and it's kind of unique though. All those SRA guys, they run different manufacturers. You got Toyotas, Fords, and Chevys. They go one extreme to the other.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see. You know, it's although to be fair, I can't lie. It's the same thing with my own team and a lot of other teams. We see, obviously, down in the Xfinity Series, we see that the, oh my goodness, I keep forgetting the name of their team, and I feel horrible for it. Zero Gravity Racing. Jake Nichols' team down in the Xfinity Series, we see half of them run Toyotas, half of them run a Chevy, and the other one runs a Ford. So you want to talk about a mixed bag. They got all three manufacturers covered for Zero Gravity down in the Xfinity. So it's not necessarily too unorthodox, but definitely as far as the Cup teams go, SRA has the most variety in manufacturers more than anybody else.
Well, they got a heck of a dominating team, and down there, man, with Zero Gravity and them boys, Jake Nichols, they got 2 Fords and 1 Toyota.
Yes, they do. The number 2 car of Ethan Kurtz.
You said all manufacturers. You said they had all manufacturers.
In the Xfinity.
Oh, well, no, I'm talking about just a Cup.
Oh, in the Cup, they're mostly Fords with 1 Toyota.
Right. That's what I'm saying. SRA, they got all 3 of them.
They got
around.
everything.
Yeah, they had everything. Which is kind of cool. I guess, hey, why not?
Hey, you know what? All that means to me is that one of them is trying to, or that team is trying to figure out which manufacturer is the best. And obviously, they're clearly all equal. Otherwise, they wouldn't all be in separate cars. So.
Nah, we ain't got 20-something left yet. We're at lap 130, 175.
It's going to be 20 to go on the restart.
No, it's not. It's lap 775.
Oh,
it's about last night.
175. Jesus, I thought it was 150.
Man.
Well, now I feel stupid. I'm sorry. That was my fault. I reported that when I was talking with Nick Northrup.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Well, here we go. Back to set the green flag racing here. Let's pace cars in right there. Tyler Laughlin is about to set sail here. He hammers through the gears. Tyler Deschamps on the outside. Look at that, boy. Nick Northrup, he gets a good launch on the inside of that 54. Here comes Jake Nichols. The Superman is flying high. He's got his cape man going high right here as they head off into turn number 2. They're side by side, nose to tail, wheeling and around here at Kansas Speedway.
Yeah, and Delonte Ballard made a good move on that restart to get to the bottom, got around the 9 of Aiden Young, and Devin Smirker also did the same thing. Devin putting himself up into the 8th spot right now, being followed by, or, well, not the 8th spot. I think it's actually 7th right now for the 26. But 26 and 21 looking good here late in the run. Devin Smirker picking his way through the field car by car late in the race, and that 26 Elvis Bud machine looking pretty quick.
Right there, you're absolutely right. Well, right now, the man out front, boy, I tell you, the 54 cut the nose off of the 7 right there as he snuck it in line right there in front of Tyler Sifford. Man, that was real close. But nonetheless, Brian Johnson, the man on the move, he's sitting in 5th spot. Cameron Hearn has powered that machine, the 67, back to the front, folks. He's in 4th spot. I think we talked to him earlier on. He didn't think he had a car to bring it to the front. Well, now he does. He's coming back to the front here. And also, if we look back here, got a good battle going on with Mike Rominger. That's Mr. Extreme himself. And John T. Wimmer's been able to pull it back up to 15th.
Yeah, John Wimber's been doing a really good job right now, been able to keep that 39 car up in the top 15 the majority of the night, and found himself in a little bit of trouble earlier, but has since kept that 39 machine very clean. And you're right, if he's here to learn, there's not much better to learn from than the group of guys he's following right now behind David Shutt and Mike Rominger. But the 39 does get a little bit squirrely off of turn 2. John able to hang on, and it looks like the 12 car of David Elliott's going to try to make the move to the outside.
Absolutely. Well, Lachlan McMillan sitting in 11th spot. David Shutt, the nightmare. He's right there trying to give him a bunch of nightmares. Tell him, say, look, might want to wake up, my friend in front of you. I'm behind you. I'm about ready to go around you, so that way I'll be in front of you. Right now, David Shutt looking good in 12th. Mike Rominger, Mr. Extreme, right behind him. Out front, though, Tyler Laughlin is still commanding this one up front, but he's got SRA and Zero Gravity right behind him, and you also got Cameron, but we got like 4 different teams up front. We got the, what'd you call that team again?
All right, we've got Jay Schwartz Motorsports out in front. We have SRA in second, Zero Gravity in third.
Well, I knew that part, Ryan. I just needed the first one.
Well, I was going to say, we got 5 different teams in the top 5.
That's what I was getting at. I just needed that first one.
I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's your turn. I screwed up. It's your turn.
Well, like I said, we got 5 different guys out front, 5 teams up front. I know that the 3 behind him need Ryan's help on the front one right there. But either way, Tyler Laughlin, he's looking to win this thing. He don't care who's behind him. He's like, look, y'all have big name teams. Well, I got a big name car right now. It's called a 51 machine, and I'm winning. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I will say this. If I was the 51, though, as we start to get closer and closer to the end of this race, 175 laps, not 150, my fault before. If there was one guy behind me that I don't necessarily want to have, though, on these restarts, it's Tyler Ducharme, because that boy is fearless. He will put that 25 wherever it has to go late in this race to try to get that lead. And Tyler Laughlin, while he may have the track position right now, later on in this race, I really feel like maybe being in second or third on a final restart, or maybe even on the final lap, is really going to be the place to be if you're going to make a last-ditch effort move to try to win this race.
Absolutely. Right now, you're right. But we're only at lap 139 to 175, so we still got a lot of time to go here. Still a lot of racing left here. So... And Waylon out in the chat says, what, Jake isn't leading? Hey, that man's got some competition this season now. We got some bad, fast cats out here. Tyler Laughlin, he's no joke. Tyler Ducharme, we know, will run the wheels and lug nuts off that thing. Cameron Hearn will do the same. Brian Johnson's looking good, though. He come from the Racing Freaks camp, and he's been able to pull that Chevy up front. Nick Northrup right there behind him. Tyler Sifford, that's Mr. Popular himself, man. He's got Wags running all over the hood of the car, waggling his tail and loving every minute of it. He's barking up a cool breeze right now as he's sitting in 7th.
Yeah, old Wags riding shotgun with Tyler, and Tyler's doing everything he can to get that 7 car back past the 54 of Nick Northrup, trying to catch up to that duo that is in front of him of the 8 of Brian Johnson and Nick Northrup. And behind him, Devin Smirker and Delonte Ballard continue to battle. Both of them actually got into the wall on the last lap, just barely scraped it, and were both able to hold their positions. So very stout with that 26 and 21 right now, running really strong up here in the top 10.
Well, look at the 67 all over the back deck lid, man. It's a 73 of Jake Nichols. He's going, look, how you doing? We have been able to race together, man, for a long time and a couple seasons. Right now, it's turning into a one-groove track. And I got a feeling somebody's just going to have to make a daring move, so to speak, Brian.
Yeah, the later and later these runs get, we heard Nick Northrup say, these cars are already tight, and apparently the track, because it's getting rubber down now in the top lane, is getting tighter and tighter. So, I mean, the only thing you're eventually going to be able to do, you may have to resort to the bump and run, but when it's a one-lane track on the top, that's not necessarily going to work. So it's going to take a pretty gutsy move to try to get by some of these guys here as we get later in the run.
Absolutely. You definitely want to bump somebody at 202, 203 miles an hour before they bring it all the way back down to 169. That's right, folks. I just said 203 mile an hour on the front stretch to bring it to 169. Ryan talking about bump and run, that probably could be disastrous for your health if you end up doing that. But you might be right, though. It might take some drastic measures to get around somebody because, hey, like old Gator Boy said out in the chat, there's a choo-choo train happening around here. These guys look like a bad locomotive going around this around this whole track here. Kansas Speedway tonight under the lights.
Yeah, another driver we haven't talked about in a little while here, the 33 of Tom Wetmore. He did finally take that fast repair on that 33 Dre Broadcasting iBog machine, and he is reeling in the back end of Aiden Young here, trying to break his way back into the top 10. Meanwhile, Aiden is starting to catch the 21 of Delonte Ballard, who may finally be suffering a little bit from that contact he had with the wall just a number of laps ago. But obviously, we always talk about catching someone's one thing, passing is another. The statement cannot be truer here at Kansas with this being a one-lane track up top right now.
Well, that's right. I mean, if you don't get it done early on, you can forget about it because once you start getting the tire wear and they get spread out like they are right now, it becomes one groove, and that's the high groove. They're rim riding around the high side here, flirting with disaster against that wall. But you're right, Tom Whitmore looking very good in the Dre Broadcast machine at number 33. Took his fast fix. He's going to see if he can't get around Aiden Young here. He might be able to catch him, but hey, it's just like Jake Nichols up there. He can catch him, just can't pass him. And right now, Tyler Laughlin, the man out front. We'll see if that 33 gets a dive on the inside here and see if he can go around Aiden. Or maybe, I think Delonte Ballard might help him out. But right behind him, look at old Jimmy Mullis.
Yeah, Jimmy spun on that last caution, obviously, and now that 33 car going to drop to the bottom. The 21's actually going to go to the apron as well, but the 21's going to be able to get him clear Aiden Young, and Aiden gets in the wall.
Well, Aiden made an evasive move. Didn't likely hurt the car too bad. Don't think he hit it that hard. Right there, was able to get around him, and then we're in the caution.
And yes, we have a spinner. It looks like the 67 of Cameron Hearn.
Ooh, Cameron Hearn was up front too. So let's back on the replay here and see what happened to him. As he was up there battling with Jake Nichols and company up front. So let's go back on the replay here and check that out. All right, well, right now he's up high. He's all over the back deck lid. Oh, and he got in the back of Tyler Ducharme a little bit, or Tyler Ducharme got loose, nowhere to go. He went up into the wall, and he got the worst end of that deal.
Yeah, that's for sure. Got it, like you said, got into the back of the 25 there, looks like, and 25 just got loose, came off the wall. 67 obviously being stuck up on that top lane, couldn't turn it down in time, just got clipped by the 25 and spun that 67 around. That 67 was towed to the pit lane. The real question is going to be is how much damage does that 25 machine have, and does Tyler still have his fast repair?
True. Well, Tyler Laughlin brings them all down here in the pit road. Folks, hang on to your hats. Jake Nichols has done found his way up front. He's looking to maybe take the win here tonight.
Well, I mean, we certainly can't count out Superman. That would be very foolish of us.
True. Well, John Marine out there, so he's had to hit 10 cautions. Well, boom, 15. How's that?
15 yellows.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a rough one, but hey, it's cup cars. What do you expect?
It happens. I mean, you know, you have these races, like we've said all night too. None of these cautions that we've seen, at least not that I have seen, are due to anybody really being impatient or anything like that. It's more or less, to me, again, you know, just these guys are pushing these cars as hard as they can. They're really tight, tough conditions tonight in these cars and on this track, and definitely contributing to the issues we've seen. But not too bad. The 25 of Tyler Ducharme, though, entered the pit road in the third spot. He has stayed to get all of the damage fixed that he possibly can, and he is going to come out as probably the final car on the lead lap.
Well, Adam Young stayed out there again. Give him a little bonus points there. Jimmy Mullis out front also. Tyler Laughlin. So we'll see if that... well, that ain't the record, George. I'll say that. The record, I believe, here of cautions and extreme 25, I think. I think
Yeah, it's something
is.
outrageous.
It's in the 20s. I know that. I know me and Ryan's done one with 21, 22, and I think that actually was last season at Indianapolis. You wanted a wild race, folks. That race was 15 laps, and we already had 3 cautions. We couldn't even get started that one. That was kind of a crazy one. To me, the pace car was the one that had to take a pit by the time that thing was over with.
Yeah, that's for sure. The pace car definitely got a workout in that race at Indy last year, hoping that doesn't happen to us in a few weeks when we travel to Indy again. But I don't foresee that. I mean, one of those things. It just kind of happens, unfortunately. And which is weird because the season before at Indianapolis, it was one of the cleaner races they had all season.
Yeah, it was Ryan's fault.
Oh yeah, it was my fault, I'm sure. I see how it is.
Why not? All right, why not?
Well, I mean, I had all I did was sit in the booth. I mean, I wasn't even in the race the season beforehand, and all I did was move up to the booth. I wasn't even on the track. So.
Oh yeah, George, 20 play. I mean, some tracks, Phoenix comes to mind as a very bad track. Usually when we go to Phoenix, we know right off the bat that that's one of those that. That's what we just had to say about it.
Yeah, we've definitely seen some very interesting races here, whether at Extreme or other leagues at Phoenix, whether because of cautions or just on-track incidents in general. But definitely one of those tracks that when it's on the calendar, me and Joe are going, well, this is going to be a long one tonight.
I don't think it's on the calendar this season, though. I think they replaced it with New Hampshire.
Yes, and that one, there is one driver who is very excited about that, and that it would be the driver of the number 9, Aiden Young. That is his home track, so he will be very excited to get to travel to his home speedway this season. Mike Rominger's in the top 15.
I like the enthusiasm of John Marine out there. I like that. That's cool.
That guy's always enthusiastic.
He is. Well, pace car's about set here, set to sail. We're about to get set to go back green flag racing. Jimmy Mullis, the man out front. He won last week at Daytona. He's looking to do it again here. Now, Ryan, we got 24 laps to go. You're dead on the money now because we're at lap 152 of 175, and Jimmy Mullis is out front. He is looking to go 2 for 2 here in the Cup Series here. Right now, got his teammate behind him, Tyler Laughlin. Jake Nichols right there, Nick Northrup. So we've got a slew of different teammates. Now, Jake has got some help. Tyler Sifford, and we're in the caution.
Yeah, there was just a big crash down the back straightaway, and I was riding on board with the 71. I don't know how he missed this crash. It was between the 16 and 55, but you got to ride on board with the 71.
All right, well, let's show the 16 and all this first. Wow. As we're watching the replay here, I just got a feeling that, boy, that was a lot of net code involved there, I think. Wow. And who'd you say I need to ride with?
The 71, because you'd be doing yourself a disservice to not watch him get through this crash.
All right, 71. Hang on a second. That's Colton Davis. All right, here we go. Riding Colton Davis right here. Yep, 16 cautions. Here we go. And it's like the Red Seas parted for him right there. Nice.
Yeah. We've been talking wrong place, wrong time tonight. That was right place, right time for about half a second, and that half a second was just enough time for that 71 of Colton Davis to squeak his way through there.
Wow. Yeah, that was definitely the parting of the Red Seas right there for him.
Yeah, that's for sure. And continuing to take a look up front, I don't know if you want to try to get a word with somebody here while we're coming down to less than 25 to go, or right around 20 to go when we get back going.
Well,
but maybe Devin Smirker.
Well, we can. Or I was going to say we haven't talked to him and didn't talk to him last week. And Kind of unusual. We don't ever get to talk to him, but yeah, we can talk to Devin. That's fine.
No, if you I know what you're talking about. If you want to talk to Jake, I'm more than open to that. I was throwing out suggestions.
Because we haven't. It's kind of odd that we talked to him last week. We haven't talked to him yet, and just well, we don't know if we might get to talk to him tonight again.
All right, well, we'll bring up Whoosh Superman to the booth.
Jake Nichols, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, looking good. Zero gravity out right there, but definitely got enough gravity and traction in that machine to bring it to the front. Been a tough kind of race. You've been in the back, been to the front, been in the back, kind of back and forth a little bit tonight. Kind of hard place to pass here because it seems like it's a one groove track really quick. Think you got enough to bring it home at lap 175?
Well, if we can go green to the checkered here, I think so. I really got the long run speed with how I'm running the track. It's been a good race. There's been some incidents, some things I haven't liked. It's just the one groove that's causing that, though. Can't blame the drivers. But either way, should be an exciting finish. Hopefully we can keep it green, put on a show for the fans.
Well, gotta ask one question, because right now you're looking out front. You got Jimmy Mullis and Tyler Laughlin out there, and you also got Nick Northrup right beside of it. Those are a bunch of new cats here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. And my hat's off to those guys. You know, Jimmy Mullis won the Daytona 500 for us last week, and or the opener here for Extreme Motorsports. How you feel about the performance of their running up there, and you think you got enough to maybe get around them?
They're doing good. I think I can if we go green long enough, but it's so hard to pass. Track position's everything. If you just nail the restarts and you're the leader, you're not going to get past if you do everything right. So if we can just maybe get a good enough restart to be second here, and I think Jimmy's on 2 tires from a couple cautions ago, so if we can jump the start good enough to hopefully get past Tyler here, maybe we can be second and go for the Kyle Larson slide job. But we'll see. It's going to be fun, hopefully. Got my teammate behind me, or well, teammate in the league behind me, I should say. So hopefully we can both get to the front and maybe win this race.
Absolutely. Well, good luck there, Jake, man. As always, the Superman of the series here. I like seeing you up front, man. Hope to see you there at 175.
10-4, thank you.
All right, well, the pace car's coming in a turn number 3 here. A little hesitation in the voice because it's unsettling to know just what he said. It's a one groove track after a while. If you don't make your move quick, you're going to get stuck, and that's the problem here. As pace car's getting set to go into pit road here, Jimmy Mullis going to lead them off down the green flag. As green flag's about to fly, going to be lap 157 and 175's go time. Jake said he's got to get a good start. He gets a pretty good one, but so does the 51, and they're going to go 2 by 2 into turn number 1. They're 2 by 2 behind him, stacked all the way back.
Yeah, they got a really good restart there. Did both the 40 and the 51, but Jake looking very strong on the bottom, trying to get up to that second spot here, late in the going. And further back, still battling side by side, Tyler Sifford side by side with Brian Johnson. Now going to get past to the outside by Delonte Ballard, but whoa! Big crash. 26-7. The 33 is involved. The 71 got a piece of it as well.
Saw that one in the back there. Jake was able to get it. Man, 33, Tom Whitmore, his night's done. He has tore up, bashed all. Let's go back on the replay because we were watching it here as it kind of happened live back there. Like the 21, Brian Johnson's right there on the outside. The 21's on the outside of 7. 7 just pushed up, got loose. Car behind him nowhere to go. He just got all over the place. And the 33, man, Tom Whitmore, wrong place, wrong time again. And a lot of tore up cars.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. And Colton Davis, like I said, got a good piece of that on the right front of that 71 Toyota, and he's going to need to come into the pits and get some cosmetic damage fixed. And A lot of good evasive moves by some people in that one, but like you said, just unfortunate Tom Wetmore, wrong place at the wrong time, and I don't know what happened. It just looked like maybe the 21 had to check up just a little bit, maybe got loose or something, and when he did, everybody else behind him just stacked up.
Well, if you're the leaders, do you pit?
Oh, with 20 to go, I mean, I think if you're the leader, you want to come in, but I don't know. Oh, 15 to go. I'm sorry. Then no,
Ryan, what's
absolutely
wrong with
not.
you,
If you're
man?
outside the top,
you did awesome
I have
math
been
last
miscounting
night.
laps all night. It's not a good night for me.
You did awesome math last night. Tonight, you're kind of off.
Yeah, I'm a little bit off today. I've had a. Put it this way, my math was so bad at work, I was reading totals for people at the cash register backwards.
Well, man,
at one point.
I'm gonna come to your line, man, and say everything's 5 cents.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Cheese slipped off my cracker a long time ago today. You've never heard that expression? Okay.
Yes,
all right. I see how it is.
I've heard that expression.
The king of expressions up here. And I don't know. Sometimes I don't know about you, Joe.
I got you.
No, I was going to say, if you were in the top 5 with 15 to go, if you're in the top 5, I would say stay out. Anybody behind that, I almost would have suggested come in, see if on new tires you'd have anything for the leaders, but everybody stayed out.
Yeah, and I think it's the fact of track position is so important here. We're seeing it now. Jake Nichols was able to get a good run. You know, if I'm Jimmy Mullis, I'm obviously putting Jake Nichols on the inside. I definitely wouldn't take the inside on the start. The only way I would do that is if I knew I could get the jump and get out front. Problem is he's going to get a run going off into the turn. So, yeah, he's going to try to, the best he can, think about his teammate, because wherever he does put Jake, it's going to affect his teammate behind him. But again, I think Jimmy's got to take that outside lane. I could be wrong, but I think he should take the outside lane.
I agree and disagree because yes, if he can hold the position and get out in front of the 73, it'll work. But if for whatever reason Jake is able to keep side by side with the 40, Jimmy may very well give up the GOAT being on the outside on the initial start through 1 and 2, while Jake can still take it to the bottom on the restart. By the time they get to turn 3, yes, that outside lane is going to be the place to be. So almost I would dare say, if I'm Jimmy Mullis, maybe try to count it down a little bit with my teammates, see if I can't clear Jake on the bottom going into 1 and 2, and then make it a side-by-side battle between Tyler and Jake for a second spot going into 3.
Yeah, either way, he's going to have to be clear of that 73 going into turn 1. I mean, he cannot afford to be side-by-side with him no matter what, because if he goes side-by-side with him, we heard it. Jake's sitting on newer tires than the 40, and obviously, you know, track position here is key. And the reason we're talking so much about it, folks, is because there's 2 numbers. I always like doing this. Obviously, lap 175, that ends it. That brings us to winter. But you look at lap 171, that's going to end it. So you got to keep that in the back of your mind. Jimmy does, Jake has it in the back of their mind that it could be the end of it if we go another about 8 or 9 laps here and a caution flies. And the way it's been going, good possibility.
Yeah, if there was ever a time, as we say, for business to pick up, it's now. It is go time for sure here on this restart. Time to give it everything you got for as quick as you can and hope that this thing stays green so you can continue to try to make up some spots.
Well, absolutely. Well, to answer your question out there, Heavy, not likely. I'll just leave it at that.
What was the question?
I ain't going to read it. You read it out in the chat.
I'll take a look here. Oh, by the way, on the stream, are you seeing the 51 machine being a Monster Energy car?
I see him as being white, black, and yellow striped.
Yeah, the 51 is supposed to be a Monster Energy USA car.
Yeah, I got a minute. white, yellow striped machine. But anyway, nonetheless, pace car's in. We're about to set sail here and see if Jake Nichols can do what he did. Well, Jimmy Mullis does get a good start right there, and he's bringing his teammate along with him. So maybe they did do the countdown. If he can just get them to battle just a little bit, maybe a lap or two is all he needs to get out front here, right there, side by side. The 51 is on the inside of 73. He needs to hold him up just a little bit. Boy, if he can clear him, that would be huge, because then Jake would have to battle back here as Jimmy Mullis is setting sail here. Going to be lap 164, 175 to 51. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Jake Nichols is in the wall.
Jake Nichols hit the wall, and there was some net code, and they're crashing behind them. The 4 car of Mike Rominger, and he's going to come back across the track. Oh, I don't know who hit him, but somebody T-boned Mike big time.
Well, the 51 slid up the track. Jake had nowhere to go. And you said the 51?
Yes, sir. The 51 appeared to maybe get into the back of the 73 or something there.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, what happened behind there? That's what I was asking.
Oh, the
about.
4. The 4 crashed.
Okay.
They continued to stack up, and the 4 got hit big time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we were watching it live. What happened up there with the 51? Looks like he just kind of, got tight, slid up the track. Jake Nichols just had nowhere to go, and right there in the wall. And I know he's not going to be happy about it. I know he's not going to be pleased, but, again, product of this track, and he said it, and many other drivers have said it, one groove here, and when that happened, it stacked the field up, so you're going to see it right here. It's right along with the 4. Going to see what happened here, because it stacked it up, because when Jake hit the wall, boy, he did an awesome job of holding that thing up there and not killing everybody back there. But, yeah, Tyler Ducharme nowhere to go. The 4 off through the grass, just mowing that thing. And, oh, Tyler Sifford. Boy, 2 for 2 for zero gravity right there. I guess he probably wished his car had some zero gravity and could have flew over him. But, man, that's 2 for 2 for Jake Nichols Racing right there that they didn't want to see.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the 71 was also involved. Colton Davis, that machine. We saw him running up front early on. Colton's car all torn up. He is in the pit lane, and Tyler Sifford has disconnected. He is done for the night.
Yeah, that was a hard lick that he got right there. Hate to see that. And like I say, they're not going to be happy, but I got a feeling just a product of this track, Ryan. And we talked about it. That 51 somebody has to, it's go time. We got less than 10 laps here. It's go time here on this track. And these guys right here are battling, and the 51 knew it, and the cars get so tight coming up the track. Jake had nowhere to go. He tried to slide job it up there. Obviously, just one of them deals.
Yeah, that's for sure. But while I'm looking through the top 10, I got to give a shout out to the driver who's running in the 8th position right now, David Elliott. Has just been really consistent tonight. Has put that 12 car up in the top 10. We got the chance to talk to him last week. David, not one of those guys that we always get to talk about being in the top 10, but a very stout run tonight in that 12 car.
All right. Well, you need to think about who you want to talk to here tonight for a 4th place contestant.
Well, I'm trying to... Well, I'm trying to decide, is it one of those situations where I want to talk about somebody who's really moved up through the field and had a really good finish, or is it somebody who I think ran up front the most of the night that maybe would have some insight as to what they could have done more to get up to the front?
Well, yeah, we just have, just basically use the 4th person as somebody that actually just give them airtime here. Let's, I'll tell you what, let's do Ethan Kurtz.
All right. I was actually going to say the 82 of Mike Franklin. But Ethan's not a bad pick as well. Ethan had a very eventful night.
He has. So, and that's basically what we're trying to do, folks, here. People been having a tough night, here and there and whatnot. Just trying to get them, hey, I want to get them up here and talk. And definitely get them in the booth also. And not saying that they can't get up front, but you never know. But right now, Tyler Laughlin, he is looking to try to steal the show here. As Jimmy Mullis is still up front. Brian Johnson has moved into 3rd. Nick Northrup right there in 4th. David Shutt in 5th. Well, it's just about to get interesting because, like I said, going to be lap 168 and 175. They only going to have to go about 3 laps. Caution flies then. Whoever's out front's the winner of tonight's race. Or they go to lap 175 and it's over with.
Yeah, that is for sure. And you talked earlier, Mr. Consistency was nowhere to be seen, running at the back of the pack. Take a look who finds himself in the 9th spot on what could very well be the final restart.
Yeah, I'm showing him in 8th because 9th I'm showing actually Aiden Young right there, and Tyler Ducharme sitting in 10th.
That's weird. It's got him stacked up weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, they're probably switching back and forth probably.
Oh, that's possible.
All right, pace cars in. Here we go. We're going to settle this thing here tonight under the lights. It's Kansas. Green flag in air. Jimmy Mullis gets a good run there. Boy, I tell you, the 51 tries to dive down the inside there and look good doing it as they all go to the line. Nick Northrup, he gets up front of Brian Johnson, but right behind him, Delonte Ballard, the showstopper. He's about to try to show off when he gets up front. He's got David Shutt, so SRA, don't count them out. That's Team SRA coming to the front. Right now, it is a freight train to the front, and like we said, track position is key. Ryan, we're here at lap 169 or 175. Can Mullis hold him off in the back?
I don't know. Right now, that 51 is all over the back of his teammate Jimmy Mullis. Those two dogfighting for the lead. Jimmy wants to get the first 2 in a row, but Tyler's also working to try to get his first win of the season, locked himself into the chase as well. And obviously right behind them in 3rd, Nick Northrup looking to crash the party for the Jay Schwartz Racing team, up at the front being the wanting to get the first win for SRA this season.
Well, you talk about Nick, you got to look behind him. Brian Johnson's bringing that machine to the front also. Boy, it is a dogfight, like you said, up front. Jimmy Mullis is trying to do it, but he might be all for naught as he gets up the outside. As I say that, they're both in the wall. Jimmy's in the wall. Tyler Laughlin almost scraped the wall, but they're neck and neck, side by side. And the 51 gets around. Man, you want to talk about exciting racing. These guys are hammering it up front.
Yeah, that was impressive right there. A great job by all those guys to hang on. And Well, I'm going to say netcode played a factor.
Well, that and the fact of hard racing, folks.
Yes.
And I got a feeling that's going to be it.
I believe you're right. They did come to the line. I don't know when the caution light came on.
Laps 171 is what we're on, so that's going to be it, folks. I'm going to say Tyler Laughlin, the man here, but we're watching the replay here because the 54 was bad fast. He took it to the outside there, and man, those guys, yeah, they net coated some, and Brian Johnson barely squeezed by on that one. Wow, you got to be kidding me. The 54, boy, that could have been disastrous. Good job by a lot of those cats, man, up front. But tonight, I got a feeling I ain't going to call it quite yet, but yeah, we're at lap 172 or 175, folks. It's pretty much over with. This one is done. I'm going to say tonight's winner, Tyler Laughlin, made a move on his teammate, brought it to the front. But hey, Brian Johnson, my hat's off to the man. He's going to finish in 2nd here tonight. And Jimmy Mullis, last week's winner, definitely, and he's sitting in 3rd place right now. Man, you got to be kidding me. Awesome. And Delonte Ballard 4th, David Shutt 5th. And, hey, we were just talking about it. Mr. Consistency got a beat up front end. But the champ sitting 6th, Tyler Ducharme 7th, David Elliott 8th. And look at Aiden Young right there in 9th. Looking very good. And Mike Franklin sitting in 10th. And, boy, Team SRA, they dominating that top 10 right there. But tonight, Team Mullis and company, I'm going to say it like that. They have came over here and showed their stuff and look very good right now.
Yeah, you're definitely right. If this is in fact the end of the race, congratulations does go to the 51 of Tyler Laughlin. And while SRA may have the most cars in the top 10, it is so far Jay Schwartz Motorsports has claimed the first 2 races of the season.
They have right here. They came out, man, swinging and swung really hard, made a home run. Jimmy Mullis won last week. This week, Tyler Laughlin. Brian Johnson, he spoils the 1-2 party for him right there. I call him Brian Johnson in the Mountain Dew soda can machine. Looks good. It's going to be in 2nd spot. The boy behind him, It's an SRA party. You got Delonte Ballard, David Chuck, Bobby Chaney, Tyler DeSharm. They all four of them. They're just sitting there going, can you give us maybe another 2 laps and maybe we might be able to come to the front, but not going to happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, tonight's just not going to be the night for that. But you did mention a couple of surprises here in the top 10. David Elliott in 8th, Aiden Young, like you said, in 9th, and Mike Franklin started 35th tonight. Going to bring it home in the top 10.
Well, I'll tell you what, you talked about Mike Franklin. Since we're on the caution, we got another lap or so. Bring him up here and I'll let you talk to him.
All right. If I can find him in the TeamSpeak, that is.
Yeah, not sure where he's at.
He is in Law Dog. I found him.
Way to shoot for that high mark there.
Mike Franklin, this is Ryan Daniels in the OSR Network booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, I got a copy.
Mike, you started 35th tonight. Looks like you're going to be able to finish in the top 10. How does it feel?
He's in the middle of talking to somebody.
I believe so.
All right. Well, we'll let him drop down back to his team speak. He looks like he's in the middle of busy. He looks like he was in the middle of talking before he got here.
All right.
Oh, well, now he's back. Well, no, he's gone again. He's back.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I'm sorry about that, Mike. I didn't mean to grab you in the middle of a conversation, but the question I had asked was, looks like you're going to be able to bring that number 82 home in the 10th spot tonight after starting in 35th. Tell us how it is to finish in the top 10 here.
Well, you know what? Really, with the way the race started out, missing qualifying and a few mishaps early in the race, it actually feels really good. Almost feels as good as a win.
All right, well, we definitely saw a lot of effort out of you and that whole 82 squad. Is there anybody you want to thank for a really good top 10 finish here this evening?
No, I just want to thank the spotters, the guys on the team, and thank Extreme Motorsports for putting on such a great event.
All right, well, thank you for coming up here and talking with us, Mike. Congratulations on the top 10.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
Well, Ryan, with that said, pace car is coming out of it's going into turn 3 here to come out of turn 4 here. Tonight's winner under the lights, Kansas Speedway here for Extreme Motorsports 99.com Cup Series, race number 2 of the season. That man, Tyler Laughlin, is going to be the winner. Brian Johnson's going to come out in second. Jimmy Mullis, last week's winner at Daytona, will be third. But I tell you what, it was a thriller here for 175 laps of mayhem here at Kansas under the lights. But that man right there in the 51, he proved a point. He started third, finished first, led 67 laps tonight. Tonight's winner, Tyler Laughlin here again, folks. What a race it was all night long. I want to appreciate each and every one of you coming out here and awesome here. So Ryan's going to bring up our first 3 guys and bring up old Ethan Kurtz also and get a talk with him.
All right. I'm just working on grabbing all the drivers right now, Joe.
That's fine. Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
All right, so I'll be talking to Ethan Kurtz first. Ethan Kurtz, this is Ryan Daniels in the OSR Network booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Ethan, you had a little bit of a rough night out there tonight in that number 2 machine, but you were able to bring that car home in the 12th spot. How does it feel to come home in a decent position tonight?
That's a relief. I know we were back to like 29th at one point. As soon as we got our fast repair taken out from us, lap like 17, I was just trying to keep it clean as long as possible, and it it didn't work that well, and we somehow managed to come home 12th, so I'll take that any day.
All right. Well, we wanted to bring you up because tonight you were one of our you are our highlight driver of the night, bringing it home in the 12th spot, and we want to congratulate you on that. And is there anybody out there you want to thank for a good finish here tonight in the 12th spot?
Jake Nichols for teaching me pretty much all I've learned up to this point. It sounds like he got the donkey's end of the deal there, getting put in the wall there or whatever. Pioneer Motorsports, Toyota, Charles Cook and Keybane.com, Ben Horton with Horton Designs. Yeah.
All right, Ethan. Well, thank you for talking with us, and we hope to talk to you very soon, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, so the next one is Jimmy Mullis. Jimmy Mullis, this is Ryan Daniels from the OSR Network booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Jimmy, we got a chance to talk to you early in the race. You thought you might have had a car to bring home the win. What did you have to do differently there at the end of the race to try to beat your teammate Tyler Laughlin?
Well, I took 2 to try to get track position, because after me and Colton had made contact, it sent me to the rear. And then, you know, like I said, tried to drive back through the field and then took 2, hoping it would help, and it did. Got the lead and then was just banking on a bunch of yellows, and luckily had a lot of yellows there at the end, and that saved me a lot. But it just got really tight that last, however many laps it was, like 3 or 4. Down in 1 and 2, it got really tight trying to clear Laughlin, and he got by me with the crossover, and then Nick got him outside, and when he did, I just got tight, and I think we ended up making contact, and that's what brought out that last yellow.
Well, we definitely saw that 40 machine being strong tonight. You locked yourself into the chase last week with a win at Daytona, and obviously just continuing to show the strength that that 40 machine has. Is there anybody out there you want to thank for bringing home a really good third place finish here tonight?
Got to thank iTate, Computer and Tech Solutions for being on the car, and Michael Gonzalez for the paint scheme, K1 Speed as well, Windview Games, and also just Colton and Tyler for being there to hang out with during the races. It's always fun. But yeah, like you said, it's cool to bring home another good finish. Hopefully we can keep racking these off, carry the momentum throughout the rest of the season, and you know, see if we can't pull off a championship when the time comes. But yeah, it's been fun so far.
All right, Jimmy. Well, thank you for coming up here and talking with us. Congrats on the third place finish, and we look forward to seeing you next.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's grab our second place man, Brian Johnson, for tonight.
All righty. Brian Johnson, this is Ryan Daniels in the OSR Network booth. Do you have a copy?
I got a copy, Ryan.
Brian, you were able to bring that machine home in second spot. What did you have to do different to try to get Tyler Laughlin there in the final lap?
Man, really it was just a bunch of avoiding wrecks tonight. I thought that last one got me. But even if the race had ended on the green, I don't think I would have had much for him. I burned too much tire early on. But yeah, it was just avoiding a bunch of wrecks early on in the race. I got a speeding penalty. I had to start at the back, and avoid wrecks then, up at the front, especially that last one. I knew he tagged me because I felt it hit the car a little bit, but I'm surprised it didn't upset the car. It just got really lucky there. But yeah, it was a pretty good night overall.
That is for sure. At the end of the night, you were our biggest, or no, I'm sorry. You you had a really good finish there in that 8 machine, and anybody else out there you want to thank for bringing that machine home in second here tonight?
Yeah, I just got to thank my buddy and spotter, Nick Crawford. He does a great job on strategy, does a really good job on spotting the cars, letting me know what's happening in front of me and behind me, beside me, everywhere. He's a really good friend of mine, really good guy. And I know Robert Moyer Jr. was out there in the chat earlier tonight, maybe he's still there. Want to give a shout out to him. He's a good friend of mine as well. And you guys broadcasting, all the fans tuning in out there, enjoying this race.
All right. Well, thank you for talking with us, Brian, and we wish you luck next week, my friend.
All right. Thank you, Ryan.
No problem. All right, Joe. I'm going to let you get to talk with our winner tonight, Tyler Laughlin.
All right. Tyler Laughlin, Joe at the booth. Got a copy?
Sir.
Oh, Tyler, I'll tell you what. You look good in that 51 machine all night long. But hey, you're the winner here tonight. ExtremeMotorsports99.com, under the lights at Kansas Speedway. How's that feel?
It feels amazing. The race was tense up there in the front all night long. I feel bad for getting into Jake, but it was one of those things where it was either he was lifting or we were both going to the wall, so I kind of feel bad about that and getting him into the fence there at the end. But it feels great to get my first win here in Extreme in my second start. And, yeah, just excited.
Absolutely, Watch. It was an awesome mood. You was up there battling. We call him the Superman, Jake Nichols. He is he's one of the pro drivers, and you're able to hold toe-to-toe with him up there all night long. Very, very impressive and very good. You and your teammate, Jimmy Mullis, came over here, last week's winner at Daytona for the season opener. You won this week. Wow, y'all came out the gate a storming here, hitting home runs left and right. How's that feel, man, to have a team to be that strong to come over here and compete at Extreme Motorsports 99?
It feels good. I wouldn't say we're exactly teammates, though, because they're both pro drivers, as you know, and that's what I used to do. I used to race in the Pro Series, so we're on separate teams, but whenever we're over here, we're good buddies, because usually you associate with people like that, and you just know how they drive, and I'm used to driving around Jimmy and Jake and all of them, so me and him are just really good buddies, and Colton Davis, so it feels good to race with them, though. I mean, they're really nice friends. They're friendly people. They race clean. We usually have a game plan going in, and we help each other out on restarts, but whenever it gets inside 25 to go, all gloves are off, so that was right there at the end. We were all just going for it, and I'm happy I came out on top.
Okay, now let me get this straight, because, hey, I know about Jake. I know about the SRA camp guys. So, in other words, you and Jimmy Mullis, y'all some heavy hitters coming in here in Extreme Motorsports 99 too also.
Yep. Yeah, Jimmy's in the Peak Series now. So is Jake, and I raced in it for 4 years, and this is my first year. I'm taking a break from it, and I just want to find a good league to just join in, have some fun with, and I saw these guys over here, and I saw Rick, and me and Rick go way back to the Noble Motorsports days, and I just want to join in on the fun.
Well, you're definitely having fun tonight, sir. You're the winner. Kansas Speedway here tonight under the lights. ExtremeMotorsports99.com Cup Series for race number 2 of the season. And also, if I'm not mistaken, that should lock you into the chase here, the battle for a championship. You and Jimmy Mullis, man, 1-2 winners here already this season. You got anybody out there you want to thank for the win tonight?
I just want to thank Rick for letting me in this series, and everybody over here at Extreme Motorsports. They do a heck of a job with running the professionalism. I mean, just from everything from the drivers meeting to the admins, all the guys keep it real strict and make it real fun. I mean, it makes it a competitive series for what it is. And I want to thank everybody on your guys' broadcast at OSR. You guys do a phenomenal job with everything you guys got. So thank you guys.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate it too, man, and all the viewers do out there. Again, congratulations on the win tonight, Tyler Laughlin. You're the winner here at Kansas Speedway under the lights for Extreme Motorsports 99.com Cup Series. Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, Ryan, well, let's get a quick rundown here on our results here tonight. As the man right there, we just talked to him, Tyler Laughlin, pulling off the win here tonight. Brian Johnson been able to pull it in the second. Jimmy Mullis right there in third. Delonte Ballard, boy, he was show-stopping all night long. Able to finish out in fourth. David Shutt right there in fifth. Bobby Chaney sixth. Tyler DeSarm seventh. David Elliott eighth. Aiden Young ninth. And Mike Franklin rounds at the top 10.
Yeah, Jake Nichols going to bring it home in 11th tonight. Ethan Kurtz, his teammate, in 12th. Adam Young in 13th. John Wimbish in 14th. Lachlan McMillan in the 16th, finished in the 15th spot. Colton Davis in 16th. Nick Hunt in 17th. Matt Hoover in 18th. James Haney in 19th, and Nick Northrup is going to round out the top 20.
Tyler Sifford in 21st, Mike Rominger 22nd, Cameron Hearn 23rd, Tom Whitmore 24th, Devin Smirker 25th, James Thorndike 26th, Keith Haney 27th, Ranford S. Brown 28th, Daniel Haney 29th, and Richie Evans rounds out in 30th.
Yeah, Travis McDaniel going to come home in the 31st spot, Ryan Keese in 32nd, Jason Van Cleek in 33rd, Justin Gable 34th, John Houston in 35th, and William Hale going to round out the field in 36th.
Well, Ryan, I tell you what, we saw it all tonight. We saw action-packed, a lot of cautions, but hey, track breeds it. It was a one-groove track after a while. Guys had to make aggressive moves. We saw hard racing. We saw everything. And then even the viewers got to listen and hear nostalgia with me and Rick up here, man, for a lap or so, man, calling the action. So it was a little bit of everything here tonight, man, under the lights, Kansas Speedway. But boy, I tell you what, Tyler Laughlin pulled it off here. And something he said that really intrigued me. Boy, we have got some heavy hitters now. Pro drivers. It used to just be Jake all alone. Now we got quite a few here in the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Cup Series.
Yeah, well, it makes a lot more sense, and I want to apologize now to the 51, 71, and 40. I did not realize that they were not full-blown teammates. I made that assumption based on the fact that they were in the same TeamSpeak channel, so that was my own fault. But it makes a lot of sense to have three pro caliber and pro drivers themselves in the same group, and if those three are going to continue to race together and work together up until, as Tyler said, the final 20 laps or so, that is going to be a lethal trio of drivers to try to compete against Jake Nichols and the rest of the squad for the remainder of the season.
So absolutely. Well, want to be out OSR's Network's proud sponsor, TN Designs. If you're looking for a race paint or anything out there for your league banner or anything, check out TN Designs. TN Designs on Facebook. Also, check them out, tndesigns.weebly.com. I'm looking for a good paint job. Those guys, man, are affordable and do some good work over there. So check them out, TN Designs. Well, with that note, Ryan, though, again, under the lights here at Kansas Race 2, it's final. We head next week to race number 3 to settle this thing. Extreme Motorsports 99.com. Be the third race of the schedule here. And it's going to be, if it's anything like last week and tonight, boy, it's going to be exciting. But any final thoughts for tonight?
It was just a lot of fun to be up here tonight. We did see quite a bit of cautions, but when we weren't under caution, it was some very hard racing all the way through the field. These guys looked great tonight, and can't wait for next week. Absolutely. Well, with that said, tomorrow night we got TRRL, late night race, old style trucks, and then we're off for the weekend, folks. So everyone have a good Memorial Day. Tune in tomorrow night, last race there for OSR Network. I'm Joe White up in the booth with Ryan W. Daniels. As always, appreciate everybody coming out. Again, congratulations there to Tyler Laughlin for the win. And everyone have a good night.